Welcome back, everybody. It's time for some revenge. Hopefully this time the payment stuff actually works. Okay, it works this time. So whatever was the problem last time seems like they fixed it. And Nova Star, thanks so much for the 50-month resub. We got another 50-monther. Thanks so much, man, for the continued support. Greatly appreciate it. Especially at this time. What snacks you got? Some Welch's. Channeling my, inner Phillian. I'm a copy so far, 3. We're looking for 3 more. Actually, since I did buy a pack just now, I should probably get my GSSRs out of the way first. Before my Ark rolls inevitably suck up all the same course I buy, so... But yes, welcome back, everybody. I hope you all are looking forward to my second demise. Jalter, hey, what's going on, man? Thanks so much for the 42. $7.10, St. Courts and 20 tickets for MP3. Yeah, I guess. Hey, bro, that's under average. You should be thankful. You can be like me and be 1,698 St. Quartz and 210 tickets deep, or 218 tickets deep, for the same number of Arcs, Jalter. So I don't see why you're complaining. Also, Blue Note, thanks so much for the 49 months. Or actually, no, that's not 49, 50 months. We got another 50-monther. Thanks so much for your continued support, as always. Stream title? Soft, that's not actually a joke. I know a lot of streamers, especially, I know a lot of gacha streamers might post, like, clickbaity stream titles like that. Mine is not a joke. Only thing you're complaining about is that, oh, your sync cord is gone? Oh, you must have emptied your stash. But I mean, hey, if it was all safe sync cords, then technically all that shit was free. If a lot, Alchemist, thanks for redeeming comfy vibes. We'll see if they come in handy for our gacha pulls today. You worry my stubborn Ibuki rolls in a few weeks. There's a chance that they might not happen in the first place. Maybe I'll just roll a copy of Proto Merlin and Summer Scotty and be done with it. Like, for sure, I ain't gonna roll more than NP1 Summer Scotty. Technically speaking, there's no reason for me to roll Ibuki other than massive fucking titties. Which in and of itself is a good enough reason, but you know. Also, Nova Star, thanks for redeeming comfy vibes. Titles and mood. Yeah, I'm hearing that quite a few people got absolutely dicked. More so than usual. So, my chances ain't looking good. Anyways, like I said, we'll do our GSSRs first. Get those out of the way while I still have paid courts before I inevitably waste them all just for mana prisms. So currently I don't have either Charlemagne. Do I have what was it? Do I have Octan? Summer Octan? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I don't. Yeah, the game tells you not summoned on the lower left corner on their what is it? What are these called? Portraits? Yeah, portraits. Sinolava, thanks so much for the comfy vibes, man. When summer event soon, TM. They've already put out the They've already put out their whole social media. Oh, if this tweet gets you know, a combined however many reactions between Twitter and Facebook, we'll give you guys 30 Saint Quartz or some shit. They've already posted that tweet, I think earlier today or yesterday. So soon, TM. Probably in 2 weeks. It's either Charlie or Octan. I mean, Charlie's not a waifu, so it's for me personally, it's between the Trung sisters and Octan Alter or Summer Octan. And honestly, I'm fine with either of them. Let's see. In order for me to decide on a tiebreaker, let me look up their rate ups real quick. I think the FGO wiki should have their rate ups now, or however many rate ups they do happen to have nowadays. Excuse me. Let's see. Sea Monster Crisis, GSSR. Another GSSR because it says Lucky Bag. 8th Anniversary Summoning Campaign 2. Okay, so they were available during the 8th Anniversary, so next year for us. Limited time rotation rate up. Okay. So we'll get another rate up on them then. What about let's see. What about Octan Alter or Summer Octan? What about you? Let's see. OG Summer Chaldea Adventure, so Summer 6, I believe. Lucky Bag, GSSR. Summer 2021 Summoning Campaign Rerun. Has that already happened? According to the date, no, it shouldn't have. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. So Okitan Alter has a closer rate up. And I believe she has more in general. GSSR. Yeah, Okitan Alter has, or Summer Okitan has 2 more rate ups, it would appear. The one coming up soon-ish, like in about a month, for us, as part of the Summer 2021, or for us 2023, Summer Rerun banners. And then the one after that is part of Hunting Quest for some reason. What the fuck is up with that? Let's see. Yeah, Hunting Quest Part 13 Summoning Campaign. And that is, I'm going to assume, next year for us. So technically, I have more leeway with Okitan with Summer Okitan. Because she'll have a rate up soon-ish, if I want to go for that. And then one next year too, just in case. So I think I go with Trunk Sisters here. Just because they have one less rate up and it's further away. So set Trunk Sisters there. They're rerunning Summer Servants every year for the past 3 years. At least that's what it feels like. Yeah, it seems like they've been rerunning more and more characters, which is good. I mean, that's what they should do. Surprisingly, I actually already have all of the limited archers. Huh. I'm actually rather impressed that we haven't had another limited 5-star archer since Sei Shonagon. Wasn't Sei Shonagon fucking 2 years ago? We've had her for a while, haven't we? The fuck? He's permanent? Yeah, but he's the only one I don't have. So, Tamatomo it is. Let's see. Oh, this is easy. Hiroma is the only one I don't have, so there we go. I mean, I guess technically I could choose Melusine in case I ever want to perfect her, but I'm not going to worry about that later. What about Rider? Oh, this one's easy. Go for Bakken. Caster. I have MP1, what's her face? Whoever she is. I have MP1 copy of her, so... whoever this is, whatever her name is. Izumo Okuni. Okuni's the only one that I don't have, so easy choice. Assassins, huh? Yeah, I don't know who to go. I don't know. Like, I already have everybody here, so it's like, what the fuck ever. I already have NP6 Kama and well, yeah, I already have NP6 Koi and Sky. She was free last year, at least for me. So, like, the 2 choices I would have gone for, like I already have NP6 copies of them, so, like, the assassin class is literally dead for me. So, in anticipation of me pulling an assassin on my custom GSSR here, we'll go for Cleo, I guess. Just because of voice actress. Zerk. We already have all the Zerks. Unironically, I could go for Galatea, just because she's the only Berserker I don't have at MP5, so, which is hilarious. Because, you know, she's permanent. I don't know if I've pulled NP6 Summer Musashi. If I wanted to look for a more potential 120s in the future, I could maybe go for Summer Musashi. Raiko is also an option too. But those are unlikely for now, so we'll just go for Galatea, try to get an extra MP level for her so she's at least usable. Extras. Oh, for this one, actually, I kind of don't want to roll for Ruler Moriarty. Nothing against him, but like, obviously Summer Kama is a waifu. And I only have her ass at MP1 because I skipped the entire Summer banner from last year, I'm pretty sure. Like, I used my 10 USOs, my last batch of 10 USOs to pick up a copy of Summer Kama. Just to have her at MP1. So, yeah. Sorry, Ruler Moriarty, maybe next time, but fuck off. And then lastly, what is this? Oh, we have two, they let you choose, 2 extra classes, I see. Or there are 2 slots for extra classes, I should say. Alright, choices are here, are, Jock the Malay, Bazette, or Super Paul. I already have Koyan Dark at KOD at MP2, and she's Grailed. For the most part, that's okay. I would like another MP copy on her, but she's already MP2, so she's broadly okay. So honestly, I actually don't know. This is gonna be another. I'm gonna have to use a rate up tiebreaker. Because I don't really have much interest in Super Paul. So it's gonna be I have to think of it. I have to look up the tiebreaker between Bazette and Jock the Malay. So let's look up their. Let me look up their rate ups real quick. Trivia. So Jock the Malay has her original debut rate up. She gets a GSSR one the following year. 25 million downloads. Did we already have that, chat? Yeah, we already had the 25 mil downloads. So unfortunately, it looks like I've missed out on Jock the Malay's most recent rate up, which is unfortunate, but you know, what can you do? Or what was I supposed to do? Let's see. Next one is GSSR again. However, she will have another rate up this coming Halloween, it seems. Let's see. Summoning Campaign 2. Yes, she'll be back for this upcoming Halloween, it seems. Okay. Why the fuck did Jock the Malay get like 2 rate ups in a year? What the fuck? Now that I think about it. Afterwards, GSSR, and there's the FGO and FGO Arcade collab next year, I want to say. Yeah. Proto Merlin's on there too, as is Jock the Malay. Okay. So Jock the Malay actually has quite a few rate ups. That's good to see. Also, the FGO Arcade collab also has the Proto Merlin on there too. So that means that I don't need to worry. I don't need to worry about stress. I don't need to stress about getting or not getting Proto Merlin this year right away if I don't need to. So that's nice to know. When was the arcade collab even? Next year, April or so? Or May-ish? Okay. So like 10 months from now. Okay, what about Bazette? Excuse me. What are her rate ups? Valentine's from this year, right? GSSR. Valentine, next year's Valentine rate ups. All the previous years' rate ups. So she'll come back next year. But that is her only other proper rate up other than outside of GSSRs. So I'm thinking we go for Bazette here, because Jacques de Molay will have plenty more. Will have at least 2 more rate up reruns in the future. So we're going with Bazette. I would like to get. I would have personally. I'm leaning more towards Jacques de Molay because of titties, but we're gonna have to go with Bazette here just because of one less rate up. I think. All right, there's our custom GSSR. I hooked you on the name of the stream. Oh, and I'm not kidding either. Other streamers may say that they're about to get evicted from their house when they do every time they do gacha streams, but you know, they never mean it. They're too successful to be. Bracing for Cleo. Yep. Very likely it will be Assassin because that's the one thing, that's the one class that I don't want. Because yeah, everyone else is either, oh hey, at least I get an MP upgrade, or it'll be somebody new. Hell, I'll even take an MP2 Galatea because I would like to use her for some things, but you know, and then I look at her MP level and it's like, oh, it's only 1, right? Oh yeah, about that. Anyways, how do we know? How do we know, or how do you know I mean it? Depending on how badly this stream goes, prepare to never hear from me ever again. Anyways, let's see what our custom GSSR gets us. Hey guys, welcome back. Just in time for the beginning of the Salt. We still have Codecast? Didn't JP FGO get rid of the Codecast C? I figure NA would have gotten rid of it too at this point. What happened last stream? I did an NP6 Arc. Why do you think the title of this stream is titled the way it is? Oh, looks like it's Tamatomo. Is something wrong with Codecast? No, not necessarily. It's just I remember watching like a JP preview live stream like years ago where they announced that they were going to like get rid of Codecast from like the premium gacha, like the limited rate up banner gachas, and like replace it with like newer craft essences. Like they've done that for like other like 3 and 4 star craft essences already. And eventually they filter, or they replace Codecast. So I saw that show up on my custom GSSR just now. I was like, oh, they didn't get rid of Fermene. Alright, well, not exactly who I wanted, but at least it's a new servant, so sure, I'll take it. That's fun. I can't even do my my friend point summon. Okay, now I have to figure out which actual or which normal GSSR I want to do. So it has to be one where I don't have a servant on it yet, or it has to be one where I don't have a servant from it yet. Like, for example, this one, but, like, how many fucking servants are there on this thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 7? Yes, 7. I don't have Oktan Altar, or Oktan Summer, or Trung, but that's still, like, 2 out of 7? What are our chances on that? 2 divided by 7? Only about a 29% chance, 28.5% chance. I mean, technically, those are still good enough odds, because I know last time I streamed, I said that any GSSR that has a 1 in 5 is good enough. Anything lower than that, then you kind of go into, like, okay, well, you know, you're probably not going to get what you want territory. So technically, this GSSR is still kind of worth it. Let's look through the others, see if there's any other better ones. I guess technically this one would be actually okay because I don't have Ryoma, but then again he's not exactly a waifu. I mean, I know Oreo is, but you know, I ain't a homewrecker. Or at least that's what I like to think. That's what I like to think. Maybe we'll look for another one. I guess technically this one would be the best, considering this is a 1 in 2 chance, basically, because I don't have Bakken, I don't have Constantine, so it's like a half and half chance that I'll get somebody new here. Anybody here? No, not really. This banner is actually okay too, I think. Because I don't have Okuni. My Miss Crane is only at MP1. Then again, her MP levels I don't think really matter that much. But technically, this is also 1 and 2. Or 2 and 4 if you want to be more technical. This Assassin banner, I don't give a shit. I don't really care about this either. Yeah, no, they're all berserkers. Yeah, nobody here, not too interested in anybody here at least. Extra, no. Anybody new here? No. I mean, maybe I could go for like NP6 Spishtar, maybe, but what about this? How many servants does this have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one looks good actually. This one actually looks okay. Because not only is it a 1 in 3 chance that I get somebody new, or it's technically a 1 in 6 chance of me getting new with Moriarty, but if I get Summer Comma, that's great too, because that means she'll be MP2. And even if you get an extra copy of the others, at least they'll be their MP6 copy. The only character that I don't want on here is Tyra, because I already got her from my last GSSR, and she's already MP6 as a result of that. So this banner might be what I roll on, but let me scroll through the others real quick. Get a good idea of what our other options are. Ooh, this banner might be pretty good too, now that I think about it. Oh shit. Yeah, this banner, actually no, this banner might be the jackpot for me. Also, it was the this guy rules. Thanks for the 100 bits. Chances are 100% if you're feeling lucky. I don't feel lucky, unfortunately. Oh, Numi's back. fucking streaming. Now we get to hear about we get to hear stories about how she got robbed at Anime Expo. Yeah, this GSSR looks real fucking nice. I'm not gonna lie. The only bombshell here would be, or the only landmine here would be Domon. So, everyone else will either be. I have a 1 in 2 chance or a 3 out of 6 chance that I get somebody new, with Bazette, Jacques de Molay, or Super Paul, and then the other two. Or 2 out of 6 chance, or a 1/3 chance that I get an extra MP level for either Oberon or KOD. This is KOD just to make sure, right? Yeah, it has to be, cause we're in the extra class, GSSR, so it can't be KOL. It has to be KOD. Yeah, I'm thinking I roll on this banner. Watch me roll Domon. Oh yeah, okay, that's the end. So yeah, I'm changing my mind. I think I roll on extra 6. Just pull already? How about you shut the fuck up? Now let me take my goddamn time. This ain't your money you're wasting. It's mine. So shut the fuck up, bitch. I already in my last stream I already spent fucking 5 or 6 hours wasting all my fucking Saint Quartz. So go fuck yourself. Well, Flocka, thanks so much for the 50 months, man. Welcome back. Got another 50 monther under our belt. Greatly appreciate the continued support. All right. I think I'm committing to the extra 6 group. So here we go. Oh, we got a loading, so it's probably somebody new. We got a loading last time we got Tomatomo, and I didn't have him before, so perhaps the loading is active this time around. How much did I spend last stream? Technically, no. Technically, all my rolls last stream are free because I only roll all the tickets that I saved for basically for the past year, and all the Saint Quartz that I have managed to save up for the past year as well. Technically, I did spend a little bit for Taigong Wong and Dobrinia during their last raid up during the Tunguska Remembrance banner or whatever the fuck that was. So I did spend a little bit there. I forget exactly how much. I'm pretty sure I streamed it, so somebody from my chat might know. But other than that, I had only spent all the I only spent Saint Quartz that I had saved up, including all the Saint Quartz fragments that I saved up too from doing all the weeklies and shit. Oh. And of course, all the free Saint Quartz we got from Anniversary. What did I get on Destiny? Summon Tamatoma, the Perma Archer. Because he was the only Archer that I didn't have. Or the only 5-star Archer I didn't have. So, picked him, ended up getting him. Oh, here's our 5-star. Watch Super Paul. I mean, hey, at least there'll be somebody new. Foreigner Jacques de Molay? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we'll have to watch out for Bazette's Valentine's rerun or raid up next year. Well, GSSR isn't done. Maybe we might get a second one. Maybe. Imagine that, chat. You don't have her, really want her? Yeah. Is that Oberon? Has to be Oberon, right? Yeah. Duh. Yeah. But I don't have her, so shit, I'll take it. Kind of a cruel jump scare. I don't really care about getting over on NP2, to be honest. Fuck's that gonna do? Whatever. I'll take another new servant out of this. Yeah, weird looking Oberon there. Damn, she loves yapping, huh? She'd be a perfect VTuber. I think we know a relative of hers who could introduce her to VTubing. And then the second new character, or the second new servant. Wasn't she made by a VTuber? Yeah, Kamo, that's the joke. Sayamaris is Ina? Yes. That's the joke. Hephaestion's voice is kind of nice, actually. Alright, well, we got two new servants out of that. I actually don't remember the last time I've done an FGO, like, salt session where I was able to get 2 new servants in a row. Huh. What a weird feeling. I suppose it counts. It calls for a celebratory screenshot. All right. So many Salieri's, yeah, because extra GSSR. You got KO, Coin Sky of Light? You don't mean KOD? Or are you talking about your custom GSSR and your regular GSSR like separately? Yeah, extra class is basically Salieri banner, yeah, because we only have well, technically we do have Shufu as our second 3-star extra class, but she's not available in like regular and like just perma banner right now. She will be after Ark's banner is gone, but for now you can only pull Shufu from Ark's banner. So yeah, extra GSSRs are basically hey, free Salieris most of the time anyway. Hope you won't spend another 2100. Yeah, I fucking hope not, dude. I sure fucking hope not. Anyways, we'll do our daily disappointment, because why the fuck not? Hence why we call it daily disappointment.
Yeah.
Especially since Salieri's story like that too, yeah. And then we'll waste the ticket. Actually, chat, for those of you who have done daily disappointment rolls before, does doing the daily disappointment technically count towards your multi-roll? Like if you were to keep doing singles until you hit 10 or nah? Or is that not how it works? How many MPs do I have right now? 3. They do not? Okay. Good to know. I'll keep, since I did roll a ticket just now, I'm gonna keep doing singles until we do a full multi, or until the gacha recognizes a full multi. That'd be too generous. True. Whoa, that's a fucking solo single 5-star. Holy shit. Is it a moon cancer, though? It is. Wow. Alright. We're already making up for the fucking misery from the last stream, huh? I think the last time I was able to pull a instant single 5-star was 5 years ago? Yeah, something like 5 years ago. Because I think the only other time that I ever remember doing just like a YOLO single, and then I get a 5-star out of it was Maeve from Maeve's Banner, her rate up during the first Prisma Ilia collab. And I don't know how long ago that was. Probably 5 years ago? Maybe 6? I don't know. I've forgotten. It's probably 5 or 6 years ago. Probably 5. Yeah, and a rainbow too. Oh, well, we still need 2 more, so, you know. Here comes the ugly. Yeah, I know, Astanax. Yeah. While I'm happy to see this Ark chat, don't get me wrong, but, and this is a big but, traditionally, with my salt sessions, if I get the rate up, if I get who I'm looking for, like, really early on, that's a very bad sign. Because all of a sudden the gacha's like, oh, you got somebody you wanted very early. Guess what? We're gonna spend the next two hours fucking you up the ass. Yep. So it's like, all right, I'll take my dub here, but you know, we still got 2 more. 2 more copies of potentially hundreds of wasted quartz, perhaps even thousands. How many quartz spent? I did a part 1 of my Ark NP6 Arc rolls 2-3 days ago. Last Saturday, so at this point it was 3 days ago, I'm pretty sure. That stream, I technically didn't spend anything because I was only spending all the shit that I got for free and the shit that I had saved up. But in total, on last Saturday, I spent 1,698 Saint Quartz, I'm pretty sure, something like that. And 218 tickets in total for MP3. So, not very great value. The fact that I remember, unfortunately, I do. You don't, when you've rolled gacha for long enough, your salt never really goes away. It kind of only like fades, and it fades in your memory. And when you play gacha games for long enough, you may forget the salt, or you may forget the exact details of the salt, but the salty feelings you had back then never quite fade away. You will always remember the salt. You might not know why, but you know it's there. And just as a public service announcement, chat, if you're a long-time gacha player and you ever come across that situation where you remember the salt, but you can't. You remember the salty feelings, but you don't know exactly what the nature of the salt was. It's probably time for you to quit gacha games. Probably. Just saying. You always remember the really bad ones? Yeah. Like, I still remember it took me fucking over 4,000 Saint Quartz to NP6 Castoria. Same thing with Merlin, same thing with Tamalancer. Yeah, that's also true. You never quite forget the really bad ones. Or your worst ones. They'll always stick with you. What MP is she now? 4, thankfully. Just to make sure, I will double check. Maybe I have miscounted, but I'm pretty sure it's 4 at this point. Yeah, it's 4. So we need 2 more. Wow, I have quite a few servants to level up now. Thanks to the anniversary. Wow. So she's close, yes. How much is 4,000 St. Quartz in USD? Well, divide 4,000 by 167, there's your answer. Or 167 times 80, and there's your answer. Matter of fact, I will do the math for you. I already have my calculator up from earlier, so. 4,000 divided by 167. That's 23, about 24, times 80. $1,900. Is Shufu limited? No. Right now, she's being treated as a limited, in that you cannot roll Shufu outside of Ark's banner at the moment. So you cannot get her from any of the other GSSRs. Or any of the GSSR banners, including custom GSSR. However, once Ark's banner is done, then she joins Permapool for real. And so there are some people, I'm sure, who are waiting for Ark's banner to be done, so that way they can roll Frempoint banner and try to get Shufu from there. Though I wouldn't really recommend that, because that's going to be if you end up getting a copy of Shufu from Frempoint banner, you are very lucky. Especially if you do it within like a reasonable amount of Frempoints. But the important part is she will be part of Frempoint gacha and obviously Perma gacha once Ark's banner is done, once it goes away in about a week. So for now, yes, technically, but no, she's not supposed to be limited. She's just being treated as limited for now. Because she's new. You're scared of gacha games? Yeah, you should be. Gacha games are scary, man. They can ruin people. I mean, it's not quite the same as like actual IRL gambling. That obviously IRL gambling is way fucking worse. But yeah, gacha games can be scary. You gotta respect them. All right, here's the end of our multi here. You gotta know if you can handle gacha games or not, because if you can't handle them, they'll ruin you. Speaking of Shufu. Yep, gold summon. Last Saturday, I think we got like 2 arcs from gold summons. Unfortunately, that's not the case here. Ooh, damn! All right, we got 2 Zenobias. Holy shit! I'll take that. Alright, that's NP3 Zenobia now. Shit, I'll fucking take it, bro. Off a random double roll, off the final double single roll. Final double single roll. So that means she's NP3. Couldn't see my stream the other day. How bad was Ark to me? 1,698 St. Quartz and 218 tickets for only 3 copies. So that would mean on average, the average amount of St. Quartz I had to spend for each copy of Ark turned out to be... Give me 1 second, I'm calculating the total amount of St. Quartz technically. Let's see, I had 218 tickets times 3, so that's about 654 St. Quartz worth, plus 1,698. So 2352 St. Quartz divided by 3. So every copy of Ark, on average from that stream, cost me 784 St. Quartz. So way above average. Way fucking above average. So a lot of them can go fuck themselves. Was Ark ever like? Does she ever have a place in story? As far as I know, not really. At least I'm not really familiar with JPFGO's story. I want to say she hasn't really shown up yet, like in an official in an official way. She's just kind of like, oh yeah, here she is, trophy waifu. Yeah, Ramco. However, Shufu introduces herself in game. That's because they're using the Japanese translation of her Chinese name. So that's probably why she introduces herself as Jo Fuku or whatever. But if you want to pronounce it properly, it's probably just Shufu. It's pretty her Chinese name seems pretty simple. Because, you know, the Chinese pronounce. Well, you're supposed to pronounce the X in Chinese names with the sh sound, the sh sound. So Shufu. There might be some intonations that I'm missing there because it's a Chinese name, but like it's one of the simpler Chinese names we got, so. Yeah, Shufu or just the straight Shufu. Like going for a specific summer year, do I want all three? I mean, ideally I want all three. Just one copy. Maybe for Proto Merlin I'll go for 2, just because I want to grail her. But depending on how badly my my Arc rolls go here, which I mean to be fair, we're off to a strong start because one of my singles just now did get me a very quick NP4 Arc, but we still got 2 more copies left to go. So depending on how badly these rolls go, we'll have to see. Like, I have to finish my Arc rolls first before I figure out what I want to do for summer. I've already committed to that. But ideally, I would like all 3, yes. That would be lovely. Including at least 1 copy of all the 4 stars, too. That'd be nice. But, the 4 stars are potentially a whole can of worms in and of themselves, so we'll see. Only 2 more. Easy, right? Careful, you're gonna fucking jinx it for me. Actually, her real name is the #1 consort you shrimp. Well, you're not wrong. Got to your Arc pulls that turned around. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I got lucky and got 1 more copy of Arc to get her to MP4. That don't mean shit. Well, it does, but we're not out of the woods yet. Oh, that's another Hephaestion. Huh. I went for having no Hephaestion to having 2. Or to now having 2. That's kind of funny. How many quartz deep? 1,698 plus 218 tickets. But all that was free from last, and I spent that all last Saturday. Now I actually bought a. I'm starting to buy packs. I'm starting to spend money now for real. MP2, yeah, better than MP1 at least. If the rest of your polls continue to be to continue the good luck, then yeah, I'm hoping so too. Well, hope is a strong word. Not sure if I'm worthy of using it, but we'll see. How many quartz deep now? I think I don't actually. Now that I think about it, I didn't keep track of like how many Saint quartz I had at the beginning. When I first started doing, once I started rolling for Arc after I was done with my, once I was done with my GSSRs. I'm not sure if anybody in chat caught the number or happens to remember what my Saint Quartz count was after I had done both my GSSRs. Tomorrow, Summer Rosanna. Honestly, what I think I'll do is I'll probably redeem my 200 of my gold tickets, my gold mileage tickets for Summer Rosanna, and then I'll try to keep gachaing for Summer Sakura because I'm already in deep, so I might as well continue the gacha rules for Summer Sakura, see if I get her at some point, and then I'll just do the 200 gold mileage tickets for Rosanna directly. How many 5-star spooks? Surprisingly, I have not gotten any 5-star spooks yet. And knock on wood that I don't get them. I don't start getting them now that we mentioned it. This is the best wood I got right next to me. But thankfully, I have not gotten any so far. In that, my spook luck has been good in the sense that I haven't gotten any. But now that we mentioned it, now I'm fucked. Do I have 10 USO? No, the last USOs I had, I spent on on NP1 summer combo from last year. So no, I no longer have any USOs. You had about 1684. I wasn't talking about how many I had from the beginning of my rolls from last Saturday. I'm talking about how many I had just today after I was done with my GSSRs. I mean, I specifically mentioned once I was done rolling my GSSRs, so I don't know how you guys are confusing that, but... At the moment, Summer Soccer is pretty up there, considering DPS keeps up with, what is it? Edgy Scarlet? Yeah, ain't no way they're gonna make the summer units bad. Honestly, like, the worst summer unit... Actually, I can't say the worst. I'm sure there are some kind of bad summer units, but, like, the summer units are usually pretty good. Like, just look at Summer Anise from last year. What did I get from GSSRs? Custom GSSR, I got Tamatomo, because he was the only archer that I didn't have. Only 5-star archer that I didn't have. And then, regular GSSR, I went with Extra 6 GSSR. The one that has KOD, Oberon, and Jacques de Malay, and Bazette, and Super Paul, and I think Tyra on it. And I ended up getting Jacques de Malay, which was one of the people I wanted anyway, so yeah. That worked out for me. Yeah, Summer Neon's pretty bad, actually. Yeah, now that you mention it. It was like it was like 132. Anyways. You got Tamatomo too. He's cool. He'll definitely satisfy the mecha fans with all his kick-ass armor. And to be fair, I do need more AoE archer farmers that aren't completely capped on Bond. Berserker. Hey, Tomacat. Yeah, Ryoma from normal and Karen from custom GSR. She avoided you for a long time, but not anymore. Finally! I finally dragged your ass home. Yeah, Eduardo. NP6 for the 120 plus full appens. Precisely. You had 177 minus 30 for Destiny Summon, minus 15 for regular GSSR, minus 1 for daily, minus 27 for the singles. So you started these multis at 104. Gotcha. Thanks for the math. Yeah, that checks out then. So yeah, we started at technically we would have started once I started doing the daily disappointments, I think. So let's see. Minus 1 for daily rolls. So 28, 104. So yeah, we started at 132. I believe somebody brought that number up earlier in chat, either YouTube chat or Twitch chat. How's dying going? Not too bad. We actually got NP4 Arc off of a lucky single not too long ago. So we are postponing the dying part by a little bit, but now we are starting to go into the ball dragging multi portion of the stream, where I will continue to watch my bank account get shrink smaller and smaller. Holy shufus, how many did I get there? How many did I get just then? Like 2 or 3? I think I counted at least 2. Like about 3-ish. when the skip chats come to play. I mean, we can skip a multi right now, but we already like watched through like the first 2 or 3 pulls of this multi. So once after I buy another pack, we can like skip the next multi after that. Or we can skip the first multi of the next pack. That's what I meant to say. Surely the pain will stop. Yes, eventually. Eventually it will. The question is how long it's gonna stay. Surely the pain will stop. I already read that message. Fuck. How many tickets is needed for straight pity? What, for 30 multis? What is that? Shouldn't that be 300 tickets? In all honesty, I hope you're doing all right financially after this. Even before this, I'm not okay financially. Because for anybody in chat right now who is not aware of my current situation, let me go back a year. So last year was when my life started becoming hell. Well, I say hell, it's not that bad, but you know, it's not ideal. I got laid off my first job that I've had for the past 7 years or so. I think at the end of February last year. So this is February 2023. Actually no, was it the end of February or was it the beginning of February? I forget exactly. I want to say it was the end of February. Yeah, I think it was the end of February because initially my boss from my first job gave me the layoff notice saying that, oh yeah, I plan to lay your ass off, like at the beginning of February. But I was able to negotiate with him so that he would keep me on for another month. And I was like, okay, I'll keep you on for another month, but after this last month, I can't keep you on any longer. So I was able to keep that job for another month, so collect another month's worth of paycheck. So officially, I was able to get laid off at the end of February. I'll go buy another pack while I continue the story. So since then, I was like, okay, well, I have some money. I have some money saved up. I'm gonna go ahead and I will try to, I'm gonna try to become a full-time content creator, right? Because I've been doing content creation on the side for all this time. Hey, let's try making it big, right? Let's try making something out of this. So I try it. Doesn't turn out well. I burned through all my savings, you know, doing gacha shit. What do you expect? So, because I was like, oh yeah, maybe I can pop off in the next couple of months when I do this, because other people have done it before. I should be able to do the same, right? Yeah, good joke. So it gets bad enough to the point where September? No, starting August, I have to start looking for at least a part-time. Because, like, oh yeah, no, my savings are drying up now. Like, I didn't have that much to begin with. But now this is like literal emergency situation. Just to illustrate how bad it got at one point, where's the screenshot actually? Because I did take a screenshot of how much my bank account had at its absolute fucking lowest point. Images, do I still have it? Bank. I wonder where I kept it. Was it in images? No. Maybe it was. Man, maybe I forgot where exactly I have it now. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it unless I like scour my fucking images file. Or my images folder rather. Pictures, screen, downloads maybe? Nah, it can't be in downloads, I don't think. Yeah, it's not there. Okay. Okay, yeah, no, I can't find that screenshot. Maybe I'll be able to drag it up later somewhere. I don't know where, or I don't know from where. But I'll just tell you the least amount of money that my bank account had was like literal single digits. Anyways, I'll look for it later. So yeah, literal single digits, and I managed to pick up a warehouse job at an Amazon warehouse, starting in November. That went on for about a month, but then it was a seasonal job, so I wasn't gonna hold that forever. It was only ever meant to be a temp job, for like the holiday season, and that's pretty much it. And sure enough, that job ended on January 14th, I think, is when officially our shift was terminated. We actually got told to go the fuck home the previous Friday, I think, either the Friday or a Saturday prior. Pretty sure it was on Friday that they told us to fuck off. But officially we got terminated on the 14th of January this year. So that's I was all right. That job, kept me afloat a little bit. But still gotta look for another job. And I finally do. Manage to get a second job. Starting finally 3 months later, I finally get a new job, and I start it on April 10th. Yeah, April 10th was my starting date for that job. And I worked there up until 2 Fridays ago, and they laid me off again. So I got my ass laid off 2 jobs in 2 years. So right now, I am currently working off the paychecks that I've been able to accumulate from working at that job, that second job, for the last almost 3 months. It would have been 3 months had they not laid my ass off until July 10th. But I get the feeling they wanted to lay me off before then, because technically I was on probation. So if they got rid of me during probation, then they don't have to worry about me as much. There won't be as much repercussions, I suppose. So they made sure to ditch my ass before then. So 2 weeks shy of getting off probation, basically, and like truly becoming like a fully fledged employee of the company back then, or of my second job. So that's where I am right now. So when you guys read my stream title, I am not kidding. Even if I don't do these Arc type Earth rolls, I'm not in a great spot. And honestly, for the past half a year, 2/3 of a year, I never really was. And it will continue to be that way for the foreseeable future. Right now, my future is extremely uncertain. So, just to let you guys know where I am currently. Anyways, let me go make some more very bad financial decisions and waste another $80 on a pack that I shouldn't be buying. Gotcha gamers, am I right? Do you have a job right now? Well, if you want to consider my content creation as a job, sure. The question is, does it pay well enough? Right now, the answer is no. Hey, Careless, welcome back, man. What industry am I trying to get into? Currently, freight forwarding. That's really the only industry that I have any experience in. Hey, and Draxus, how's it going, man? What type of... Oh, I already answered that question when I answered Careless. Didn't you have an office job years before? Yes. But I lost that job last year, starting in February 2023. As I explained earlier. In retrospect, do you regret spending so much on FGO back then? No, not really. I mean, obviously, it's not exactly helping my case now, but no. Mainly because if I have time sitting here to regret my choices that I made in the past, that's time that I could be spending doing something more productive in my life. There will be time for tears and suffering later. For now, I have to make sure I don't fucking get thrown out of my house. Or do what I can. Brother, gacha's not worth it. Maybe to you they're not. Maybe to most people they're not. In general, they're most likely not worth it, no. A CC your size should be able to make at least 1,000 a month with regular streaming and smaller sponsors. If I include sponsors on top of that, maybe. The problem is I don't have like my own manager or anything, and trying to get my hands on like a lucrative sponsorship deal, I don't know how well that's gonna work out. I also just don't like taking sponsors in general, because a lot of the shit that I talk about is very like a lot of the shit that I talk about makes me a fucking brand risk, dude. Can you not donate on YouTube? No. I physically do not have the option to enable to allow people to donate through YouTube. I think I had the option. I never bothered enabling it, though. Also, let's see. I must have missed a 1,000-bit donation from Ruskin for half an hour ago. Wow, why didn't I see that? Or why didn't I pick up on that? Ruskin, thanks for the 1,000 bits from half an hour ago. Good luck, thank you. And Shadow Cell, I think you donated $10 just a minute ago, according to my Streamlabs. Greatly appreciate it, man. Wish you luck, bro. Yeah, thanks, man. I will definitely fucking need it. And hey, look, everyone's favorite, a min roll. Did you miss the skip chatter? Actually, no. Technically, you did not. I forgot to skip, so here's your skip now. Radiant Birdie, thanks so much for the 2,000. How many is that? 2,800 bits. Why specifically 2,800? But thanks for the 2,800 bits, man. Appreciate it. Raid Shadow Legends? Maybe. The thing with gacha sponsors, though, is that I don't like doing the sponsors. I will never do. Like I can get behind. Eventually, I can get behind like for example, I know a lot of streamers do like sponsorships. They do sponsors for like VPNs, right? Like I'm not against that. But I will never do sponsors, most likely never do sponsors for, like, actual gacha games. Because, like, I've played way too many gacha games to, you know, like, know everything that can go wrong with them. So, like, it's very important for me to actually be able to talk about gachas and point out the things that I don't like. And point out things that I think, you know, could be done better in a particular gacha. So if I'm going to take a sponsorship for a gacha game, most likely they're not going to let me talk shit about the game itself. So that, you know, gacha sponsors are off the table. Even if, you know, fucking Raid Shadow Legends pays God knows how much for their sponsor deals. Like, what, 1,000 per stream or some shit? Something crazy like that? I don't fucking know. So, no. I don't think I'll be doing RSL or Raid Shadow Legends gacha stream anytime, or sponsor stream anytime soon. Oh, there's one of those big emotes. A lot of meal sponsors. Honestly, that's not a bad idea considering how shitty my eating habits are. Maybe if I were to get like some sort of like consistent like eating habit or eating schedule, that'd be nice. So yeah, maybe like a meal sponsor wouldn't be too bad, I guess. But like I do remember that a lot, like especially for Factor, I've seen from the few streamers that I've seen do like Factor sponsors. They usually have this sort of thing where like, oh, like try to get your community to like like sign up for Factor, and you gotta have like 30 people sign up or some shit. Like I'm just like, well, my community is not big enough to be able to like fucking finish that. So what happens if I don't like fulfill that incentive? Are they just gonna tell me go fuck myself or something, or what, or what? So I don't know how those sponsorships really work exactly. You don't gotta care for the game to sponsor it, bro. Yeah, but I would at least like to criticize it and tell you guys, oh, this is what I like and I don't like about the game. NP6 going for level 120? Yeah, 120 triple happen. One more to go. Oh, did I get her? Oh, I did. Oh, cool. Skip Chad's one. Hi, Maki. Hey, Mackie Wong. Welcome back to the stream, or welcome to the stream if it's your first time. If it's your first time. This is a roll-only stream. If I go for NP6, we're MP5 now, technically. So hey, one more, man, or one more at least. I'll try leveling up Archetype Earth as far as I can go. I don't want to stream for too long today, but I will at least try to get her as high as possible. We'll see how far we get. Would I sell some of my gacha accounts? No, I'm never selling my gacha accounts. These are mine. Not to mention, even if I sell my gacha accounts, like how much would they really get me? Like yeah, I could sell my FGO account, and that shit's not gonna go for more than $1,000 if anybody's even willing to buy an FGO account for that much. Like, understand that resale gacha account resale values are really fucking shit. So for me personally, like it's not even worth it trying to sell them. I might as well just keep them and take them with me to the grave. Overall, you need to be super positive. Yeah, and I'm not and I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm not exactly a very positive person now, am I? I don't know. For some reason, I don't think sponsors would like me very much. How about you guys? What do you guys think? Just double checking my number of arcs. So 5, so yes, we do need one more. If only we could just stop here. Boy, wouldn't that be lovely. What about after EOS deletes them? Then, well, I don't really control that. That's out of my control at that point. Hope for NP6 within this pack. Yeah, I mean, technically the last two were pretty quick, so maybe. Do I deserve getting my hopes up here? I don't know. Jade tomorrow, yep. Jade's tomorrow as well. Please don't steal your HP scope. Did I get a HP scope at some point? Because I did not notice. Will I be rolling for Jade tomorrow? I will try, yes. I don't know if I'll be streaming the night that she comes out, but we'll see. A double-sided Lancer card. Chin mount you. Do you still get that gambler's thrill when rolling FGO, or is it just a void at this point? It's just a void at this point. Also, since I've spent so much on FGO gacha for, you know, the past 7 years, like, I have a very strong understanding of how my gacha luck goes. Like, here's an example. I have never rolled a triple SSR ever in FGO. And there are many free-to-plays and people who don't play this game anywhere near as much as I do who have gotten multiple triple SSRs. The best I have ever gotten is like a double SSR and like maybe 1 or 2 4-stars. That's it. So like, unless it's a gacha roll that I've never seen before, like for example a triple SSR, or like, hey, I'll take a double SSR on like a double SSR roll during like a GSSR. That counts, because I've never got... None of my GSSRs have ever been... what is it? None of my GSSRs have ever gotten me 2 SSRs at once. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, the regular GSSR that I did at the start of the stream, the one that got me, who was it, Jacques de Molay, technically, that GSSR is actually the first GSSR that I've done in 7 years. Or actually, no, that and custom GSSR together, actually, now that I think about it. Those 2 GSSRs are the first time in 7 years since I started playing this fucking game that the GSSR was actually immediately useful for me. Because obviously, up until, like, last year, I rolled NP5 for everybody. For, like, every single fucking 5-star that came out. Right? So naturally, you know, if that's the case, basically all my serves up until February 2023 were all 5-stars, or were all MP5. So like, all of my GSSRs up until now have been useless, or at least, you know, not immediately useful. Like, the only retroactively useful GSSR that I did in years past was the one where I got an NP6 Tama Lancer, but that was before JP got the whole 120 thing, right? So at the time, I was like, oh, well, NP6 Tama Lancer, okay, whatever, I don't really care. Right? I already have Tama Lancer at NP5 from the disastrous Summer 1 rolls from, you know, year 1. But then, you know, 120 comes out on JP, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I already had Tama Lancer at NP6, so, hey, that GSSR actually was kind of useful. But... like, I've never had a GSSR that was like, oh man, this gave me a new fucking character. So it has to be, for me to actually get excited about a gacha roll, it has to be something that either I'm not expecting or something I've never seen before. So again, in my case, it would have, for me to get excited about an FGO roll, it'd be like, well, okay. Let me see one of my multis get me like fucking 3 rate of 5-stars in a row or something, or within like the same multi. Then I'll get kind of excited. But like anything short of that, it's just like whatever, dude. Like, most normal FGO players will start freaking the fuck out when they watch their gacha rolls and they see like a fucking rainbow summon, right? Because those look fucking cool, and it's like, oh, it's a guaranteed 5-star. Holy shit, right? You should get excited about things like that. But I've seen enough of my rainbow rolls turn into spooks that even when I do see a rainbow roll, it's not really that exciting. Because, you know, there's still a 20% chance that it's going to end up not being who you want it to be. Yeah, a friend of yours who rolled 3 mortgages on the Ilya caster banner. It was really fucking strange. Yeah, gacha has a mind of its own sometimes. It is how it is. It is what it is. What's the count? 5. We're actually almost done. It just depends on how painful this last roll is. So, I'm hoping it's not too painful, but we'll see. Holy shit, every rainbow you get is literally a spook. You'd never want to see it anymore. Yeah, exactly. You never know. Did you guys just get NP5 Arc without any other 5-star spooks? Yes, surprisingly. I thought I'd see at least one at this point, but, you know, hey, at least I dodged a bullet with that one. Hopefully, you know, we keep dodging the spook bullets with this one, too. Knock on wood. How many Saint Quartz have I spent? How many up to? How many are we up to at this point? Actually, whenever I buy packs one at a time, it always gets very weird counting like the exact number of Saint Quartz that I ended up buying. Unfortunately, basically, I'm on my technically my second pack, my second $80 pack. We already spent 1,698 Saint Quartz and 218 tickets from last Saturday. We spent all that, and then now we're starting to spend real money to try to secure the NP6 Arc bag. Am I gonna grail the 100? 120. Try 120, my dude. How much did the MP25? It wasn't MP25 Merlin. You're misremembering, or you're remembering incorrectly. I only rolled for MP5 Merlin. What I did was I leveled up every single Merlin copy to level 90 and leveled all their skills to what is it? To level 9. And then I merged them. That's what I did. And I also did that shit for Scotty Caster too, I think. But yeah, I don't think I went for MP25 Merlin. I'm not that retarded. Like, I know I'm a gacha player, so my brain is automatically very small, but like, I'm not that far gone. Or at least I wasn't at the time. But yes, I did do Scotty MP11, yes. Because initially, I wanted to do the same thing that I did for Merlin for Scotty, except I completely forgot to do that, and I combined my Scotty copies early. So I ended up rolling for 5 more copies of Scotty just for the meme. You should probably skip a roll next pack you buy. Good idea. Yeah, it worked for us last time. Might work for us again. Explaining it to people who play most modern gachas, they're amazed and scared. Explaining what exactly? Like the horrors of old school gachas or whatever? That's pretty retarded. It was very retarded. Did you gamble your rent for NP6? Technically, I am right now, yes. Welcome to the eviction stream. Did you see the guy who rolled 100 copies of Boot Hill's Lyco? No, I didn't know somebody did that. But then again, considering we see idiots like that in FGO all the time, on FGO Twitter all the time, I'm surprised it took this long for anybody from the Hoyoverse community to do that too. I figured people would start doing that earlier. Maybe they always have. And this is the first time I'm hearing of it. Time to cope? Yeah, I'm coping real hard right now. It was for the content. Ah, yes, for the content. The content. Oh, you were explaining the horrors of FGO gacha and our the pity system we have, and you were explaining it to a another VTuber stream yesterday. I see. Gotcha. Lady Avalon is almost an NA, ready for her MP drama again. Oh yeah, that fucking retarded shit. It was that shit. I remember that shit going down on JP. That shit was almost as fucking stupid as the whole Tamamo, the whole Castoria replaces Tamamo drama back when Castoria came out. But yeah, thanks for reminding me. Now we get to have that discourse all over again on fucking NA this time. Time to filter the fucking scrub lords again. What was the MP drama? People didn't like the fact that Lady Avalon, or Proto Merlins if you prefer calling her that, her MP levels, right? They scale up the amount of MP charge that her MP gives, because that's what her MP levels do. At MP 1, I think Proto Merlin's MP gives like 5% charge per turn, so that's normal, right? You see that on regular Merlin's MP. But then, unlike regular Merlin, Proto Merlin's MP levels increase the amount of MP gauge she gives you per turn. And I think it scales from like 5 to like 10% from MP1 to MP5. Yep, time to buy another pack. It's happening, chat. It's happening. Why go so far, Ark? Do you like Suki or something? Archetype Earth, I explained this last Saturday in my previous stream, but Archetype Earth is the reason why I really got into anime in the first place. Because many years ago, my IRL friend Protagonist, who I mention every now and then on my stream, many years ago, on a summer night, he gave me a copy of Tsukihime, or it might have been the original Tsukibako, but Tsukihime, the OG Tsukihime, on a fucking flash drive. And he said, "Hey, this is pretty cool. You should read it." And so I did, at least a little bit of it. People were bitching about that? Yes, because they thought it was unfair and way too powerful. I actually forget what exactly they were bitching about that. I guess just the notion that Proto Merlin actually gets MP levels that actually matter a lot on her. Which, if Castoria didn't exist, I would have actually accepted as a somewhat reasonable complaint. But Castoria exists. Most people are not going to be using Proto Merlin if they're not like specifically a fucking, you know, a fucking arts nerd like me. So like, what the fuck is the point of bitching about a character you're never going to use? So alright, bro. Of all the things you could have chosen to bitch about in this lovely game called Fate Grand Order, that's what you decide to bitch about, huh? Alright. I mean, you know, you can't really expect gacha players to be intelligent, but, you know, here we are. Five more MP gain is unfair. To be fair, 5 more MP charge is actually a big deal, because remember, Jack Stain, Proto Merlin, both Proto Merlins and the regular Merlin's MPs, they go for, their effects go for 5 turns. So it's not just 5 more charge, it's at NP5 Proto Merlin gives everybody 10% charge per turn for 5 turns. Well, shit, in 5 turns, that's half their MP gauge right there. You know? So it's not nothing, but, and it actually is a big deal over time. It does, like, obviously the longer the challenge quest goes. But here's the thing. Proto Merlin got released into FGO during a state where, or during a time when Coin Sky Light, Oberon, and Castoria all exist. So, like, what the fuck are you even bitching about at that point, bro? Like, just fucking double Castoria everything, you'll be fine, dude. MP2 is a good break point? Yes, it is. MP2, the jump from MP1 to MP2 is always the biggest, at least for DPS servants. Normal Merlin gives 5. Yeah, exactly. And if you get his cards back fast enough, if he gets his MP back fast enough, you can loop that shit. And you can stack all of his MP buffs. So, like, you can have, like, 1 or 2 turns. Like, usually it's just 1, but, like, if you get really lucky, if, like, Merlin crits, like, double arts cards or something after he uses MP, like, you might even get 2 turns where his MP buffs stack. So, like, all of a sudden you're getting 10% charge for those 2 turns for everybody. So, like, imagine Proto Merlin doing that, but at MP5. It's like, well, shit, now everybody's getting 40% charge, 40% MP charge, or no, sorry, 20% MP charge per turn for, like, 2 of your turns or something. That's pretty strong. Not gonna lie. The issue is, like, that's nowhere near as impactful as, you know, say if they had released Proto Merlin, like, fucking 2-3 years ago. Oh yeah, we'll skip this, because just in case we get good, skip vibes. Oh, random Cersei. Oh, well, it was worth a shot. What's the count? We're actually at 5. We're looking for our last MP right now. We're hoping she shows up soon. Sooner rather than later. Castoria does everything except for healing. And that's where Talmo comes in. Isn't Shufu be... Can't Shufu be... Yeah, Shufu is, like, basically our budget arts 3-star support. Who are the best units in the game, including JP server outside of top 3 supports, or like the support units? Hard to say, to be honest with you. The reason why is because FGO works off of a class advantage system, and it's like you kind of have to play the class advantage system, otherwise you're fucked. I mean, there are some characters like Super Orion, for example, who, like, you know, take class advantage as like a fucking suggestion. So, like, anybody who can do that, technically speaking, would be like some of the strongest servants in the game. But aside from those exceptions, generally speaking, like, it's kind of hard to pin, like, oh, who are the strongest characters in FGO? Because, like, the name of the game for FGO is counterclassing. You abuse counterclass mechanics. Fucking rock, paper, scissors that shit. You know? You think Talmo is still worth trying to get, even if you already own Proto Merlin Castoria? Yes. Yes, she absolutely is. I am a Tamamo shill, and I will always tell you guys to pick up a copy of Tamacaster whenever you guys can. Because to this day, she is the only character in the game who can enable true art spam. Arts teams... The thing you guys gotta understand about Tamacaster and just arts teams in general is that the best arts teams in the game are the ones that have Tamamo in it. Any arts team that doesn't have Tamamo in it is kind of like a fake arts team, to be honest. Even with Castoria in it. Because no other art support in the game can truly bring out arts team potential, or like the potential of arts teams, the way that Tamacaster can. And the reason it's simple is because she's the only character in the game who can give your team the ability to spam their skills. Because nobody else in the game has an MP that can reduce skill cooldowns. That's unique only to her. And until we get another character, until we get another support who can do something like that, and then better, and then more, that means that Tamacaster is still the best arts caster, the single best arts caster in the game. But specifically for like true arts, like challenge quest teams and shit like that. For farming, that, yeah, whatever. Who fucking cares? You use Castoria for that shit for obvious reasons. Do you think Tama Aria will ever come to FGO? I mean, if they ever do like a fucking Samurai Remnant collab rerun, perhaps. Right now, I don't know. Will Summer Banner be after anniversary? Yeah, probably, most likely. We already have the what is it? We already have the social media like interaction post. Up on their Twitter, where it's like, oh, if this post gets like a combined 30,000 or 50,000 interactions between here and Facebook, we'll give you guys like 30 Saint Quartz or something. So yeah, that post is already up on their Twitter, so go retweet and like that. Which AoE depends on what challenge quest I'm doing. It depends. Some of the more frequent AoEs that I use... Actually, I think the most frequent AoE arts character that I use for arts teams is probably... What's her fucking name again? Hokusai, yeah. Because her anti-man super effective mod comes up a lot. A lot more than you expect, actually. Perfect example of this, in the, I believe in the last Bakken event, the event that we got Bakken from, the last limited 5-star rider, the challenge quest was you fighting against her and Hokusai, I think, right? It's your team versus those two. The hilarious part is that Hokusai herself is tagged as man attribute. So if you use your own Hokusai against her, it's basically a knife fight where, oh, you try to kill the enemy Hokusai before the enemy Hokusai kills yours. And that shit is hilarious. Isn't her MP game not that good? I mean, technically no. But then, you know, when your Hokusai has like 3 different arts buffs on her, and then she's also got Castoria's second skill, which is her MP Gen, buff, then things get a little bit different. Things change a little bit, don't they? Oh, and not to mention, if you run like double 20-30 on your supports, right? If you run double 20-30 on like your art supports, so it just constantly keeps shitting out stars for your arts DPS, and you know, and Hokusai, especially with her most recent buff on JP, where I believe she can like either she like has like a star gather skill or like a crit damage skill or something like that. I forget exactly what she got, but like basically a buff that encourages a heavier crit damage playstyle or arts crit playstyle. Well then shit. You get one arts crit off with Hokusai, and she gets like 200% MP charge with full buffs. In your opinion, it depends on the class. Yeah. You just counterclass, and you just use whichever DPS fits the bill best. What C do I use on her? On who? Hokusai? Depends on the challenge quest. If there's if I see the enemies have a lot of like invul, if they have like invul skills, or like they have like challenge quest gimmicks where they get free invul or something like that, and it's like you can't remove it or anything, or some shit or some weird shit like that, then I'll give my DPS a Pierce Invul C, Sweet Crystal. It's an old Valentine's craft essence that gives you 50% charge, it's full attack, and gives you perma Invul Pierce. So literally whatever enemies try doing, you don't need to worry about. Your DPS is hitting through. Unfortunately, obviously, since they're taking Sweet Crystal and it doesn't get their CE doesn't give them any additional buffs, right? Just 50% starting charge and Pierce Invul. Their damage can be kind of potato, but you know, if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. Your Hokusai also being MP5? Well, yeah, obviously. Did you ever roll on Story Banner? Yes, Ark Claws, I have. One of my earliest claims to fame was that back when FGO first came out, I really wanted to roll for Media Lily. Back in the day. So after I got done with playing through Okeanos back then, I was like, all right, I'm gonna record a video myself. This is before I got into streaming, by the way. I'm gonna record a video myself pulling for Media Lily in Story Banner, because even back then I understood that, oh, if I finish a story chapter, whatever story lock characters were part of that chapter, they'll be added to Story Banner. So I think I spent like a couple $100 trying to roll for Media Lily in Story Banner, and ended up getting like 2 or 3 waivers instead. I think it was 2. So that was kind of weird. And then after that incident, a week or 2 later, like very soon after, NA pulls out their first NA exclusive banner where they drop NA, I think an Artemis banner, like a second Artemis banner, even right after the Moon Goddess event, which is our very first limited time event, on which Media Lily also showed up on fucking Raid Up. And it was NA exclusive because back on JP, the first raid up Media Lily got on JP was part of the first Skaha limited run, the first Skaha Lancer raid up. JP didn't get that banner, so there was no way for us NA players to have seen that coming. Until after I had wasted God knows how much money on Story Banner trying to get Media Lily and end up getting waiver instead. So yeah. So, you know. I guess that was the Hamster Squad's way of telling me to go fuck myself. Also, Jay Shadow, thanks so much for the 38 months, man. Appreciate it. I'll try skipping this multi, see if this gets me anything. Yeah, just C's it looks like. All right. Really should have stopped that MP5, huh? What does NP6 actually do? You're not seeing anything on the wiki for level 6. It all stops at 5. The reason why we go for NP6 is because in order to 120 a triple app in a servant, a 5-star servant, you must roll NP6. If you don't roll NP6 and you only get them to NP5 and you get them all the way to Bond 15, you will end up being 30 coins short. So you don't have a choice if you want to go for, if you want to like completely max out a servant, you go for NP6. I don't know why the game is designed like that. I don't know which fucking moron, which fucking literal autistic monkey over at Los Angeles thought that was a great idea. But that's how they designed it. And so the rest of us have to fucking deal with that shit. I know it's for money. But the decision to have that sort of decision is so fucking autistic, I still have to wonder why anyway. Because, like, that decision was so jarringly, like whale bait that, like, at first I was like, when I heard the news, when I heard that, oh yeah, you have to NP6 people, you have to start NP6ing servants to, like, really start maxing them out, like 120 and triple happens. Like, I was like, are you serious? Like, I didn't want to believe it at first, because before 120 and FGO anyway, FGO. I guess technically you could always argue that, oh yeah, FGO has always been whale bait because, you know, servants do more damage at MP, the higher MP level they are and shit like that. And that's actually kind of important most of the time. Or that's actually kind of important a lot of the time, right? Blah, blah. You know, for farming runs and shit like that, just having an easier time with challenge quests, blah, 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 whatever, right? But, like, you know, it's not the game, at least up until then anyway, the game, I would argue FGO wasn't really designed to have, like, high MP level 5 stars, right? Generally speaking, if you just had a 5-star, like, you were good to go. They did their job, you know, sufficiently well back then. So, like just seeing Lozangle put out, like, this obvious fucking whale bait shit that went against, like, their traditional philosophy of, like, oh, you don't have to fucking, you know, roll for MP5 everybody. You can just, you know, you can work with what you got, right? And so for them to fucking do a literal 180 and be like, you know, oh, hey, look, here's a fucking thing that you can do if you just pay us more money. Ugh. I think I'll fucking blame Sony for that one, honestly. So, you know, fuck Sony. Probably the same reason why any in-game currency you buy is never the exact amount you need. Well, I would kindly point out Hoyoverse and the fact that their $100 packs are basically just a little bit over 5 multis. So, but yes, a lot of gacha games do you know, end up doing shit like that. I mean, to be fair, FGO's packs are actually higher value than most gacha games because they actually give you like 5.5 multis worth with every $80 pack. Most packs are not quite that value efficient in other gachas. Like, I don't think I know a single gacha game that gives you, like, oh, with their biggest pack, you get to have, like, or you get like 6 multis out of it. It's usually like 5 or less. And with the newer gacha games, it's usually less. A lot less. Because rather than the packs, they're trying to get you to buy, like, the fucking discount bundles or whatever the fuck. Or something like that. Whatever their fucking marketing strategy is. Whatever the fucking marketing strategy happens to be. Remember when someone's cost 4 Saint Quartz? I mean, none of us. Actually, I don't know if anybody here was a JPOG, but I certainly wasn't. But yeah, I still remember that. Back when FGO JP year 1 JP gacha rolls used to be 4 instead of 3. Canon Toll, thanks so much for the 51 months. Wow, is 51 the highest sub count actually? Not 50. You might be the first 51 resub, 51 month resub. Canon Toll, thanks so much, man. And thanks for a tier 2 resub at that too. So, really appreciate it, man. Hope you've been enjoying your weekend so far. Is it one more copy? Yes, just one more. Also, gachas like Wuwa, Z3, to name the new ones, you need 7 copies of a character and 5 copies of weapon. Well, I would argue you don't need 7 copies of a fucking character in like the Hoyoverse games or Wuwa. And you certainly don't need 5 copies of their weapons or light cones either. Like, that's overkill. Like, those games are designed for you to be able to work with with C0 or S0 or whatever you want to call them. Whatever their official lingo is. How are the rolls? We actually got very lucky in the beginning. We got 2 very quick ones, and then now we are now starting to suffer for this final 6th copy. Hey, imagine if I just decided not to roll for the 6th copy. Wow, chat. I can stop anytime I want, right? Surely. Changing it to 3 per roll was probably the best change. Yeah, because 4 Saint Quartz per was really expensive. You only need skill, can't buy that. Technically true. More true in Wuwa for sure, because in Genshin it's like, oh, skill, Kek W. But yes, generally speaking, you're right, yeah. What do you think will happen to FGO NA once JP finishes their story? Realistically, not much, because JP will just come up with another story. Like what they did for with Ordeal Call. Assuming that what you were trying to imply with your question is that, oh, what happens to NA when JPFGO announces EOS? Then what's gonna happen is, as soon as JP announces EOS, the vast majority of NA players will just quit immediately. So when JP dies, NA dies too, for the most part. Same with all the other servers as well. The Chinese server, the Taiwanese server, the Korean server, assuming that server's still alive somehow. But every server will just instantly be on life support from that point forward. Because everybody pay attention to JP. So as soon as we realize JP is EOS or is announced for EOS, then what the fuck kind of reason does anybody else have to keep playing when we know the game has no future? Most people are just gonna ditch the game, go use their time more wisely doing something else. It's only the real hardcore guys like me and a couple others who will still stick it out until the very end, and we go down with the ship, which is what I plan to do. But most people will not. Most people will try to get off the sinking ship as quickly as possible as soon as we realize that's the case. You know, and you know, there's no like fucking, you know, April Fool's bullshit going around. What about the Mexico server? I wasn't aware FGO had a Mexico server. When did that happen? Is getting extra copies a must in FGO? How would a character work without those copies? I would say no, but I think, in my opinion, FGO is way more designed to have characters you have, like 5-star servants you have that are higher MP level. Especially content these days, where enemies have like fucking break bars and in general more HP. But even still, you technically don't need them anyway, because we have a lot of like really busted supports these days that can help you make up for the difference. Do you think FGO2 will let us transfer FGO1 servers? Nope. The reason why I say that is because I don't know if you guys have heard of a new gacha game coming out called Magia Record Exedra. The Mahou Shoujo Madoka Magica Magia Record Exedra, whatever the fuck the real name of that game is. But basically, if you guys knew about what is it, Magia Record, the first Madoka Magica gacha game, right? The one where the EN server went under like a couple years ago, right? Well, recently, in case you haven't heard, the JP server for that game, the Magia Record game, is also announced for EOS. I don't know if it's already shut down or not yet, or not, but we know that it's already EOS. However, the reaing why it's EOSing is because they plan on releasing a sequel called Exedra, which surprisingly is going to be on Steam. So maybe check it out if you want to play a gacha game like that's literally on Steam. Apparently, essentially the gameplay, from what I've been told, looks like basically Star Rail, except when you have 5 characters instead of 4. So that's kind of funny. It's actually kind of intriguing to me. I might actually give it a shot myself when it comes out, maybe, just to see what it's like. But yeah. For Exedra, they've already confirmed that no, even if you played Magia Record, the previous game, they ain't letting you transfer your shit that you had on your Magia Record account over to your Exedra account. So yeah, you can get fucked. And considering the Magia Record game is also managed by none other than motherfucking Aniplex, yeah, if FGO2 ever comes out, no, they ain't fucking letting you transfer your FGO1 shit over to FGO2. Are you fucking kidding me? You can go fuck yourself. Yeah, technically the American server, the US server, is like the quote global version, but we still call it FGO-NA still. Kind of weird how that works, but gacha game, multi-server gacha games are fucking weird in general. Go with your polls. Hey, thanks. I adore her. Appreciate it. Hopefully we get lucky soon, and our rolls are will conclude sooner rather than later, because we're already 4 packs deep, and that's already what, $320. So yeah, that's gonna be lovely. Aniplex is kind of prioritizing NA since the yen has fallen. Yeah, but JP, their home audience is still in Japan, man. Just cause the what is it? The US dollar is a lot stronger than the yen right now, and the yen is just overall very weak. Like, they're not gonna have the sheer player base that JP does. That's the problem, or that's the issue. Unless you're just saying that, oh, Aniplex wants to like put more emphasis on Exedra, so that way it'll be more successful, then yes. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding where you were trying to take that. Is the Suki VN that good? OG Tsukihime is a cult classic. I don't know what people think about remake yet. I think some people don't like it. Some of the purists, the Tsukihime purists, don't really like it. But you know, it's still Suki remake. It's still got to be good to a certain extent. Yeah, Flying Ligma. I did roll for S rank Buzembo Tango, and I got it pretty early, thankfully. So yeah, I'm in the middle of trying to build her at the moment. I think there was an earlier comment that I'm trying to find, because I kind of wanted to talk about it. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. Where was that comment? I can't find the comment itself, but I think somebody in Twitch chat was asked something like along the lines of, what would you do if FGO like got like the Hoyoverse treatment where they made like a fucking open world game out of it? I think that would be fucking rad. In my opinion, that's what they should do. Cause like right now is the season of Genshin clones, right? So like, you know, if Lozangle or whatever other studio or developer studio that they contract out to work on something like this, if they even can, if somehow, some way, upon some fucking miracle, they are able to come out with like a Hoyoverse style FGO game, then yeah, that'd be fucking cool. Problem is, it's not gonna happen, at least not for a long time. That's the issue. So, unfortunate, but like you're gonna be waiting a while, buddy. Honestly, FG Arcade has a bigger chance of getting like some sort of like console or Steam port than FGO2, like a Hoyoverse style FGO2 ever coming out. And both of them are functionally impossible in the first place. So, you know, pick your poison to cope with, I guess. Yeah, let me go find an IRL Holy Grail real quick. Best I can do is arcade port. Yeah, and even then, I don't think that's ever gonna happen, personally. FGO meets Pal World. How the fuck is that gonna happen? Or how the fuck is that gonna work? They have the money for that? No, they don't. Gentle reminder, Sony owns a part of, I believe, Aniplex, and an Aniplex is like the publisher for FGO. So most of the money that FGO makes goes into Sony. So the reason why Lozangle has not been able to put out a lot of content for the last like fucking 2 years or so, right? Have you ever like, oh, why hasn't JP gotten any like actual reruns until literally this year, right? What happened to all the reruns that they used to do back in the day? Why are all their events these days fucking 3 weeks long instead of 2 like they used to be, right? Why aren't there any fucking animation updates until literally like a month or 2 ago when they finally fucking updated John's and Jalter's animations after fucking God knows how long, like after 7 years? You ever wonder why? It's because Lozangle doesn't have the fucking money in the first place. Because Sony keeps fucking sucking all that shit away. Aniplex too, for that matter. Honestly, the fact that the Lozangle, or the fact that Delightworks, and technically it's not a rebrand because the company Delightworks themselves like parted ways with FGO, but the core FGO team still stayed. They just rebranded themselves into Lozangle basically. But honestly, while they were part of while they were still known as Delightworks, like Delightworks was still like an actual company in and of itself. So I'm sure they still had the money to like invest into FGO and keep putting out the content that they used to for like the first like couple of years before, you know, they left and, you know, the original team renamed themselves Lozangle. But the new team, Lozangle, doesn't have a lot to work with, my dude. They never have ever. They pretty much never had for their entire inception. So no, I don't think they have the money, because guess what? Guess where it's all going? To Sony and to Aniplex and whatever fucking, you know, board of directors that they got fucking overseeing that shit too. Hey, look, chat, a nice little min roll, our favorite. Fucking love it, my dudes. At first, I thought that alter ego card was double-sided. I was like, wait a minute, why would there be a double-sided alter ego card in a banner like this? We love min rolls, we all do. Tasty, salty even. Yeah, small indie company, please understand. Yeah, unironically, yeah. That comment is actually can be used unironically here. Yeah, Mr. Try, I heard on Twitter, or I saw on Twitter, that's a double-sided. I saw on Twitter that, yeah, apparently the Sword of Rolling got stolen. So like, well, shit. Another copy of Percival. He should be MP5 by now. Salty, yep. Salty. Shufu, MP5. Yeah, she's been MP. Like, at this point, she's like probably MP30 or MP40. I wonder if somebody can reuse arcade assets and mod it to Star Rail. Unless we already have, somebody has already been able to somehow unless somebody already somehow managed to rip assets from like a fucking arcade machine in Japan and like upload them online. That's not really gonna happen, I don't think. Because, like, arcade is, FG Arcade is only available on FG Arcade, you know? No, yeah, duh. I don't think you need to be a genius to figure that one out, I don't think, right? But because of that, and because FG Arcade machines only exist in Japan, duh, you would have to fly to Japan, go to an FG Arcade machine, and then, like, somehow rip the fucking assets out of an arcade machine? And like, I'm not like a computer guy, or like I'm not like a technical expert in terms of like computer stuff or anything like that. But like, I don't know if that's possible. Maybe it is, but you would have to know how the fuck arcade machines would work, and you know, I don't think any of us here are, or I don't think anybody here really does. So let's skip this just to see. Min roll, but of course. Somebody on 4chan did rip them, but it's going to take a while before you can use them. Okay. And of course it's somebody from 4chan, because why wouldn't it be? Why the fuck would it not be? Alright, pack number 5. Officially $400 deep. Woohoo! It's happening, chat. It's happening. It's happening. Would you have all the grails, the 120 Shufu? I don't know, but I don't want to grail Shufu anyway, so that doesn't really matter to me. It's happening, chat. How many packs has it been since MP5? Honestly, probably about 4 packs. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I got my first 2 copies from like literally the first pack. No. Because the MP4 showed up in the, well, maybe, actually, no, not the first pack. Maybe the second pack, actually. So maybe we're 3 packs deep, and we haven't seen NP6 yet. Ark, this pack, you're calling it? Hey, I hope so. I hope you're right, man. Seeing FGO story in that style of game would be phenomenal. In, like, a Hoyoverse story? If you mean a Hoyoverse story, Crow, no, I heavily disagree. I am adamant in wanting FGO to remain in a visual novel style storytelling, because back when Genshin came out, yeah, sure, the whole 3D storytelling method that Genshin had, right? It was cool and all, but real fucking quick, like after like the first couple of months, the novelty started wearing off, and then that's when we realized, or at least that's when I realized that Genshin story is actually kind of shit. And like the whole point of the the whole point of the 3D storytelling method, right, where you use 3D models and the character, you give them stock animations and shit to like try to convey a story, is to distract readers or distract players from the fact that Genshin's story is actually kind of trash. And not just kind of, they are trash. It's really only with Sumeru that it actually got like moderately better. Technically, Inazuma's story is probably not too bad. Mondstadt's story was not bad either, but it's very simple. But I mean, that's fine, because like it's the opening chapter, so you don't want to make it too complicated. Especially for a game designed for normies. And Leo's story is okay. Inazuma's was... I'm sure you guys all know about what Inazuma's story was like. And Sumeru's was where, like, Sumeru's story was where, like, the ideas that the Genshin writing team were trying to implement, like, the ideas were cool. Like, I see where they were trying to go with that. But then the implementation, the execution were subpar. Especially with the kind of fucking mini games that they try to put in there, like the thought bubble mini game. Holy shit, that shit is annoying. Fuck you. Fuck whoever thought that was a great idea. Holy fucking shit, dude. Who's your favorite Coomer waifu? Coomer waifu. Across all my gacha games, probably Bremerton from Azure Lane. Probably. Because, yeah, Bremerton's default outfit is very Coomer. I won't say extremely, it's quite Coomer. So if you're saying specifically Coomer waifu, then I'd have to go with her. If you shout Domain Expansion, Planet Manifestation, you'll get her. Planet Manifestation! Is that good enough? Let's see if that works. Inazuma would have been a good story if they had just spread it out more. Yeah, maybe. And the reason why I sort of agree is because the Hoyo writing teams have a very big issue with pacing. And, like, you see that shit in the Fontaine story, too. The Fontaine main Archon quest. Yeah, they had pacing issues all over the fucking place. So, that shit was, kind of annoying. Biden Blast! Visual novel style, but fully voiced. Yeah, I would accept that compromise. Well, it's not even a compromise, it's just a straight upgrade. Yeah. Like a new FGO2 game that's like Hoyoverse style open world game, but then the actual storytelling itself, minus the actual like action or the battle scenes, or like the battle phases or whatever, are in visual novel style and they're all voiced. Or at least the mainline story is voiced. Maybe, whether or not you want to voice the side quests and shit. That's up to the developer. Also, Gary15, thanks so much for the 20 gifted subs. I think that's the most amount of subs I've gotten at a time. Actually, no, I think there has been more, but it's the most I've seen in a while. So yeah, Gary15, thanks so much for the 20 gifted subs, man. Appreciate it. That will stave off my inevitable eviction for at least a little bit longer. So I appreciate it. Though I would like to reiterate that you guys do not need to donate or like gift subs or anything, because at the end of the day, me choosing to use what little money that I have left to do dumb shit like roll for gacha is completely on me, and I don't ask you guys to cover for my own mistakes. Hey, there's a Lancelot. That being said, obviously I appreciate it. So appreciate the gifted subs, Gary, and of course everybody else who've like resubbed, or like in the case of who was it earlier? Who was it that donated the $10? Did the $10 donation? Yeah, Shadow Cell, Radiant, Birdie. Oh, I also missed General Moose's bits too. If you're still here, General Moose, I apologize for missing your 1,000 bits from like an hour ago. So thank you for the additional 1,000 bits. Science, I actually don't think I got Science's Prime sub. Thanks for the 5-month resub. Welcome back. I'm such a great streamer, chat. I am a great streamer. I miss all my resubs and all the people who donate to me. I'm gonna be such a great streamer when I grow up. Shit. Well, let's try skipping this one, see if the skip luck comes back. Nope, it did not come back. It did not, in fact, come back. Centurion 911, thanks so much for the gift sub. You've gifted 3 subs, it seems. I appreciate it. Gifting a sub to Alpha AF or Alta AF. You can pay. Have you considered paying in blood slash or parentheses plasma? I actually, unironically, have looked into donating plasma. Yes, I have. The issue is that it's like, I think the one that's most local to me, they have a promotion going where it's like, oh yeah, you can potentially earn up to like $800 during like your first visit, but after researching a little bit more, on average, it appears that just from like the online accounts from other people who have donated to the same like center that I was looking up, the average is you only get like $200-300 a month, and they ask you to come in like on a consistent basis, like every fucking Friday or some shit. And I'm just like, nah, I don't know if I can do that, man. Like I don't know if that's really worth it at that point. Like maybe for like maybe 400 or 500, I would consider. Not to mention, right now I have a car, but in a week I have to return it because yeah, that car was only ever going to be temporary. So like I'm not even gonna have a car to even fucking drive over there. Maybe I could get my friend to drive me, but I don't want to have him drive me over there fucking every single week. Like, he's my friend, not my fucking chauffeur. So, like, I looked into it unironically, but it didn't really seem worth it. Maybe I'll take a look at it again, or maybe, hell, I'll maybe even take a look at other places that, you know, may pay you for donating plasma or something like that, but as of right now, it doesn't really seem that worth it to me. Gary asks what the damage is. We are 5 packs in, and we're already halfway through the 5th pack. So, yeah, it's getting painful. Convince him to donate with you. Actually, unironically, I probably could. Yeah, my buddy could use the extra money too. So, like, we could go together. Homies going in to sell their plasma together to some fucking big pharmaceutical biomedical company. Sounds like the start to like a fucking Saya no Uta spin-off visual novel. Do a hyper roll? I actually don't know what a hyper roll is. Genshin story will get good in 10 years, Source. Trust me, bro. Hey, I guess I'll wait another 10 years then. Who knows? Plasmaless. Oh no. Here's an assassin. It's Yanqing. Hyper roll is just fast tapping. Oh, then I've been doing hyper rolls all this time then. Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing all my skip rolls have been hyper rolls then. Maybe Genshin anime will tell the story better. While I doubt it, then again, technically speaking, I believe the Genshin anime is like it's gonna tell like a technically different story. I want to say, right? Because it was like apparently before Traveler and like it was before Ether and Lumen got separated, right, or something like that. Because the anime trailer that they did show us did show those two, the two of them together, right? So. So, I mean, perhaps. but I don't know. Blood is still rolling. Yep. Still suffering. Like, we got our NP4 and NP5 copies very quickly, but this last NP6, oh yeah, it was a mistake. As we all expected, I assume. To nobody's fucking surprise. For what purpose? Because she means a lot to me personally. Also, Ark is actually the perfect archetype. See what I did there? Of a hot anime blonde girl, or a hot anime blonde waifu. So, there you go. Excuse me. Oh, and something, she has fat fucking tits. Something. I was gonna ask you if you reached pity, then remembered how lackluster its implementation it is. Yeah. If pity system in FGO was actually implemented, well, or at least adequately, then yeah, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I wouldn't still be rolling right now. I would have already gotten NP6 like a fucking hour or two ago. Excuse me. Did you get Viper's new skin in Nikkei? I plan to pick it up, but not yet. I'm waiting to finish my archetype, my arc rolls first, and then figure out what I want to do after. There's a rainbow. It's got to be a Moon Cancer card though, and it is. All right, we're done. Fine, last time I get to see this animation, at least live, so may as well enjoy it. There we go. Now we're done. Fucking $500 later. Is it 500? Oh, was this our 6th pack? No, it's only our 5th. At least I think so. So, not quite 500, but 400. Aye, freedom. We'll see if I end up getting my ass kicked out of my my house in like a couple months down the line. What about Z3? How much did you try Z3? Yes, I tried Z3. I actually enjoy it. I think Z3 is a very cool game, and I'm enjoying basically almost every aspect of it. Even the TV stuff. I actually do not mind the TV stuff. I know that it's kind of the popular thing to do right now to completely shit all over Z3, but I'm one of the rare Z3, Giga Chad Z3 enjoyers, it would seem. Like, really, my biggest problem with Z3 is the fact that they don't get you to like the more important things of the gacha of the game. Like, for example, how to clear your fucking stamina, so that way you're not sitting on a full bar of stamina, just letting it collect dust for like the first couple of hours. And basically your first 3-4 hours of playing the game is basically nothing but tutorials. Like, they could have eased off on a little bit of that earlier. But other than that, like, I don't really have any other big problems with Z3. It's been a vibe. And personally, I love the vibes of Z3, man. It's like it's basically almost exactly what I'm looking for, or what I've been looking for out of a gacha game. Like, I already have my fantasy fix from, like, you know, Genshin. I guess technically Wuwa counts too. Even if it's like a more post-apocalyptic thing, like, it's fantasy enough. Like, what else? I guess technically FGO would count, I suppose. Yeah. So having a game like Z3 where it's like a little bit more modern, obviously people have like fucking superpowers and shit like that, obviously. But still, things seem a little bit more grounded in reality. At least, you know, in like modern reality. At least your characters. Obviously, the enemies you fight are, you know, what the fuck ever. But I've been a staunch Z3 enjoyer personally. Could have allowed you to play the game modes earlier. Just being able to do dailies after 3 hours of gameplay is kind of... Yeah, exactly, Xanatos, yeah. A matter of fact, on the first day, I actually did not do all my dailies because I forgot that was a thing. Because I actually didn't get far enough into the story. Actually, I remember, on the first day, I didn't play... I stopped just before they introduced, oh yeah, here's how your dailies work. So I missed out on the first day's worth of, the daily, primo gems. They're not called primos, whatever they're called. The polychrome, I think they're called. So as soon as I started on day 2, and it started picking up my Z3 progress from there, right as I started, I was like, it's like the game's like, oh, here's your dailies. This is how you do your dailies. I'm like, fuck you. So I'm just like, fuck you, dude. Y'all can go fuck yourselves. But other than that, yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying Z3. Mainly because Nicole is free and Nicole is fucking hot. Nicole is my token, big titty, fat ass, pink-haired waifu of the game. I don't know how many guys are new to my channel, new to my stream, because we have more people than usual, because obviously you guys have been enjoying watching my salt for NP6 Arc. But just to let you guys know for future reference, but your boy too here has an affinity for specifically gacha waifu characters who have big tits and have long pink hair. Long pink hair is optional. As long as they have pink hair, it's fine. But for some reason, in almost all of my gacha games, I have one of those. So, the moment I saw Nicole in Z3, I was like, alright, I'm in there, you got me. Nicole has no ass. Well, thankfully, I'm more of a booba person than I am an ass person, so that doesn't really bother me too much. Besides, I'm sure fan artists will fix that error, that sin, that cardinal sin, on their own. So I'm not too worried about it. And if it bothers you that much, well, don't tell me Hoyo I said this, but you can always wait for mods. What about Fluffy Tail? Tomo? Yeah, Tomo counts. Tomo has pink hair, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I would count Tomo here. She got nerfed, man. Yeah, you can blame the CCP on that one. Have you seen Juyun? She's got a fat ass in which game? Longest prologue in history, in gacha history. Vibes are hella good though. Yeah, I enjoy Z3's vibes a lot. I enjoy it, man. The more hip-hoppy street feel. Yeah, I like it. She looks like Azure Lane's Bash. Yeah, if she were like a little bit older and dyed her hair pink. Dorothy, Nika. Yeah, Ramco. Dorothy is my favorite character, yeah. Pink hair, big tits, voiced by Chiwa Saito, so that's even better. She's very mentally ill, which is perfect for a fucking gacha addict like me. So yeah, Dorothy is my favorite character in Nikkei. Oh yeah, and all the Doro memes are just the cherry on top. I do enjoy seeing all the Doro memes on Twitter, especially on Nikkei Twitter. Is your favorite Hollow EN Mori Calliope? How did you know? Why, yes, she is. How the fuck did you figure that one out? Gee, I wonder how you could figure that one out, my dude. Nicole also gives you auto vibes. I can kind of see it, yeah. Like a slightly more competent Aru. No Dodo Dash email. I'll enable. Let me pull up my my 7TV here real quick. Hopefully I'm still logged in. Yeah, I still am. Emotes. Dodo. I like there's one Dodo emote that's showing Dodo sprinting with a bag of Doritos in her mouth. There's even a Dodo spin. How the fuck did they make her spin? We'll just enable regular Dodo for now. Did you manage to get Ray and Ark Knights? No, not yet. I should probably roll on Ark Knights pretty soon here. Well, I was planning to roll it off stream, but I guess I can do it on stream just for even more suffering. I do need to clear my sanity in Ark Knights right now anyway. I'm probably like really backed up. Tried new Abyss game mode in Genshin yet? It makes you want to use raise your other units for future rotations. Yeah, as you should. And yes, I have tried it. Yes, I have played it. It's interesting. It's not a bad idea in theory. The aesthetics and the vibes of the whole theater thing are actually very, very impressive. Matter of fact, I think the second to last stage of the theater thing is like my single favorite Genshin environment ever since like the very beginning of the game. It's a stage where like you have the giant rift up above you going in an arc above you in the sky, and then you have like all those celestial bodies, like the planets all floating around you, and you can see the stars off in the distance. Like that sort of like celestial, like space cosmic environment, like I dig that shit so much, man. Like I love that stage, dude. Like when I first tried it out on stream like a week or two ago, and I got to that stage, like I was so fucking impressed by it. Impressed is not really the right word here. I was so captivated by it that like I literally just sat there for like 15 minutes just doing nothing but stare, just gawk at the environment and not even starting the actual battle itself. So like the vibes and the aesthetic are amazing. The actual gameplay itself though can use some work. Like I see where they're trying to go with it, but like it's not particularly challenging. At least not to me, because for any Genshin player that has a decent number of like characters invested, right? As long as you're not your typical fucking, you know, Genshin meta whore where all you run is fucking Raiden National and like some variant of a Hyperbloom team with Nahida in it, then like if you have a decent spread of characters leveled up, right, that you can consistently use throughout theater, then you're good. The problem is most Genshin players are not like that, especially not the fucking casuals, so they get fucked. Theater is basically a roster check. Do you have enough characters that you have built and are able to be used? I mean, sure, they give you trial characters, but you'd rather use your own. Gehenna's incompetence makes Akko and Hina that much more beloved. Because, unlike the rest of Gehenna, they're the only ones who actually are able to get any shit done. Well, Iori too. I think Iori gets some stuff done too, right? Yeah, Hina, Akko, Iori, and Chinatsu, right? Those four. They're like the competent ones. The rest of Gehenna is just like, you know, some version of like autistic or fucking outright insane, probably. Hey, Zuruku, how's it going, man? Give me 1 second, chat. Let's see. Let me go ahead and mute the FGO game here, and then we will do Ark Knights rolls. Might as well, because chat brought it up. Hopefully you guys can hear the volume. Gacha, a murderous gacha from one game into yet another gacha in another game. Woohoo! I fucking love this shit, boys. I fucking love this shit. Aren't gacha games so fucking fun, chat? You've heard Ark Knights is some of the best story in any gacha. Is that true? It's probably up there, yes. However, one of its problems is that it is very verbose. Yeah, it has a lot of word. Like, word count-wise, it's very... some of the later stories are very long. That being said, the quality of the stories themselves, I've heard, is nonetheless still pretty good. I can't vouch for it personally, because I haven't read Ark Knight's story at all. But... apparently it's got its good moments. Like, it will make you feel things, for sure. So I would recommend it to people because it appears it is in fact worth reading. Just remember, just keep in mind that the initial first couple of chapters might be a little bit slow to get things going, and then later on the stories can get pretty long. Like they may tend to like go on a little bit, you know. But if you're okay with that, then you know, if you can get past that, then I think Ark Knights should have a good story. It's certainly not bad. It's not fucking Genshin or Star Rail levels of bad, at least. Then again, that's not exactly hard to do, but can deduct your gotchas. I can only do that, Kuro Kochi, if like content creation. If I can prove to the IRS that content creation is like my main job, and I use it to support I'm able to use it to like legitimately support myself. At the moment, I cannot do that. Like at the moment, the most my content creation is like a side thing that makes me a little bit of money, but it's not enough for me to live off of. So at the moment, I can't do that. Like, I would have done it a long time ago if that were an option, but it's not. Not right now, at least. What Hyper Bloom team you want to use Nahida more? A really nice Hyper Bloom team that I use, actually, that's a little bit unconventional, that it's very expensive, too, is I use Yelan, Raiden, Nahida, and Jean, personally. I think that team is very fun and very strong. Ark Knights, yeah, for sure. I think that's the best way to put it. Yeah, Ark Knight's story is probably is most likely a very slow burn, because some of its stories fucking hit like hit like fucking trucks. Like I remember seeing on Twitter, seeing Ark Knight's Twitter blow up when in a good way, and when the Chinese server had one of the more recent events where you learn more about the relationship between the main character or the player character, so you, or they call the player character in Ark Knights is called Doctor or Doctor. But the Doctor, the player character actually has some history. They're actually their own character. They're not your stereotypical, you know, oh, self-insert character, blah blah blah. No, they're an actual proper character because they have history with some of the major plot relevant characters in the game. And so the Chinese server had a event recently where they just had just out of fucking nowhere. It's like, oh, by the way, here's a lore bomb on you, the player character, on you, the Doctor, and then your relationship with one of the very plot important character, 6-star characters in the game named Kaltsit. And then I remember seeing Ark Knight's Twitter basically explode for like next week after that. Kind of like FGO Pro. FGO Pro tags are more self-inserty than the Doctor is, because before what is it? Prior to the event, like we don't really know what they were up to prior to the events of FGO. Like I think it might have been hinted a couple times. Maybe the JP FGO event where the school event or whatever, where the event where we got Jalters and Jeans is animation updates. Maybe that event had a few hints as to like what Gudao and Gudako were like, or what they were up to before they joined Chaldea. Maybe. But then in Ark Knights, it's way more of a case where, oh yeah, the player character is their own character. Like, it's not really a self-insert anymore. Whereas Gudako and Gudao are still kind of self-inserty. Though, to be fair, like, the longer we have FGO around, the less self-inserty they feel. I mean, arguably, they're already their own characters to begin with. It's just that they don't, you know... at least in my opinion, it's not... Like, they don't have enough lore bombs about them where, like, it's like, oh, like, they're actually super relevant to the story, other than just, you know, oh, we're the good guys. Or, like, we're the main characters. And shit like that, you know? I don't know if I'm really, like, explained that properly or not. Anyways, Irish War Turtles, thanks so much for the 48 months, man. Appreciate it. 4 years, yep. 4-year resub. Thanks for sticking around for all this time, man, and appreciate it. And hope you've enjoyed your last weekend, and hopefully the start of the week's been not too bad for you. Excuse me. Anyways, let me waste my shit to try to get this girl named Ray. Alright, Novastar, thanks for hanging out, man. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy the gacha salt today. Hope she comes soon. Yeah, hopefully I can get her with all the shit that I just have saved up. Maybe you should donate plasma so that you too can get kidnapped by a shady organization that's out to save the world. Ah, perfect. Pocket's streaming. I can go raid her after I'm done. I assume Pocket must have just started her her roles, right? How long has she been streaming? Actually, I can just check out her stream right now. Oh, she's already been streaming for 2 hours, huh? So she's already somewhat deep into it. How many anybody who's got Pocket stream up right now? How many arcs deep is she? Yeah. How many Arc copies does she have? Good. Now that she's already been streaming for like what, 2 hours? Wawa still talks about Ark Knights a lot on her alt account. Oh, that's actually kind of nice, actually. Yeah, because she's always been a big fan of Ark weebs. Yeah. Oh, here's the new 5-star. She's kind of cute. So that's cool. Glad that Wawa still somewhat keeps up with the Ark Knights. I actually kind of wonder how much she keeps up with the Ark Knights, actually. I don't know if she plays anymore. I'm sure she's too busy for that nowadays, but... Yeah, she mainly cosplays it, yeah. I think she's cosplayed, like, Lapland before. If my internet starts sleuthing is proving me correct. Or if I'm remembering that correctly, anyway. Oof, blue bagged. Stick bugged, blue bag, blue bag, blue bag. Alright, time to dig deep into my my Arundum stash. Oh, Mulberry copy. Doesn't play a lot, but she enjoys the characters. Oof, another blue bag. It's my fucking Saturday Arc rolls all over again. Yeah, as long as she's still keeping up with the Ark Knights at least a little bit, that's fine. Glad that she is. Jay's cold stare. You got Farina last week. Would she work in a Sino team? For like Hyper Bloom, maybe? I think for that you would have to run, I don't know, something like Farina, Farina, Kokomi, Nahida, and Sino, and maybe that would work. Probably. Yeah, that shouldn't be bad, but at that point you're running like four or 5 stars on a single team, I think. So it's like, I hope you have all of them, but interesting how Ark Knights is barely a thing in the West nowadays. I wouldn't say barely. Ark Knights still has a considerable player base out here. It's just, you know, we're not as vocal as they're not as vocal as, like, you know, the Hoyoverse games. Like, I'm sure if we have another character design incident, like what happened with that one Ayato fanboy or fangirl from Genshin, I think like last year or 2 years ago or something. I'm sure if that happens again, the Ark Knights community will come out of the fucking woodwork to fucking shit all over them again, like they did that last time. Are you gonna pull Jade? I will try, yes. I've already spent all this time farming for her, so yeah. Ark Knights has loyal players. Yeah, absolutely. I'm one of them. Glad the BA community knows how to gatekeep in order to avoid that kind of shit. It also helps that as a community, Blue Archive players have collectively decided to all be fucking creepy as shit. And like just double and triple and quadruple down on all the memes. Because it's one thing, it's basically group protection, right? It's one thing if, you know, people on Twitter find one person being, you know, acting a certain way that they don't like on the internet, and so that way they can like pick them apart, because, you know, it's only one person. They can take him down pretty easily. You can try to cancel him pretty easily. But if you're up against an entire fucking community, at that point they don't know who to go after. Right? Once they realize it's an entire fucking community of people fucking, you know, jerking themselves off to underage fucking cute anime girls with guns, with military grade guns and explosives, then at that point what can they do? Not really much. Because what are you gonna do? Try to cancel an entire community? That's a little bit different. That's a little bit harder. You can't exactly cancel an entire community. I'd like to see them try. They make you uncomfortable? Understandably so. Just don't engage with them. That's fine. Just let them do their thing. But, you know, at least understand that whenever Blue Archive is mentioned, you're gonna see some crying emojis in chat. Farina should work in any team as long as you have a sustained. Yeah, as long as you have a healer. You know, Kokomi being one of the better ones. But as long as you have somebody to heal you, yeah. Do not have Nahida? Oh, okay, I see. Shame. God damn it. It's you! I actually have not yet used Hoderer yet. Oh, well. I didn't mean to skip, but hey, I'll take it. What potential level do I have Mountain at, actually? Oh, only 3. Okay. Is Ray any good? I think she's good for now, but apparently she gets power crept later. Which, I don't know how true that is. But apparently she's pretty good. I mean, she's cute, so that's all that really matters. At least for me. Ooh, we get to farm chips today. Cool. How many caster chips? Oh, wow, I have a lot of caster chips. Okay, I might as well just fucking manufacture those.
I remember how I hid away in the ship's cabins. I miss those days.
She's cute, that's enough. True. Big true. Also, she's not a sniper, so I can maybe, depending on what subtype she is, I might be able to run her with the Typhon, because, God, I fucking love Typhon, man. Mainly because she has fat fucking tits, and her Swedish accent is sexy as hell. So yeah, maybe depending on if I can actually use Ray properly, or if I'm smart enough to use her properly, then yeah, maybe I'll be able to run what, Ray and Typhon together, assuming they don't have any like ability conflicts or whatever. As long as they don't have any anti-synergy. One of the most important units for the next CC? I assume you're talking about Ray. In which case, yeah, perfect. So, oh, that's the wrong room. That's the training room. It's also the wrong room too. I gotta go to workshop. Chip. Yeah, this one. Let's see, bag.
How do I get to the greenhouse?
Also, praise be Hypergriff for giving Bagpipe a proper Scottish accent. Was that Scottish? I don't know. You're still blown away by Ark Knights VA voice acting having multiple languages, especially German. Yep, and they are the only game to do what they are doing. Literally the only fucking gacha game that bothers doing what they're doing with their voice acting. Fucking Lowlight is just built different, man. Let's see, level. Let's go by acquisition date. There she is. What does she sound like? Alright, talk to you later, Camu. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Ray is Billington. Rim Billington? I don't fucking know. And they're supposed to be like the Aussies of of Ark Knights, right? I wonder if they bothered giving any of them an Australian accent. Probably not. They probably just have a typical American English accent, just to confirm.
This animal almanac's a beauty.
No, she's got an accent. Shit.
I've washed my hands, so the pages will be fine. Yeah, this is your office. Something wrong?
She does have an Australian accent, right? The music's kind of loud. Let me tone down the music a little bit so I can hear her accent better. Yeah, music. Drop it down to like 50. Actually, even at 50, it sounds kind of loud. Oops, the fuck did I just do? So volume. Yes, put it at 25. Operator, Ray. Voice lines.
I hear explosions. 1 min. I'll head down to check. Exhaust fans sound normal. Then next is... No, right. Forgot I'm riding with Rhodes Island now. You don't
Yeah,
get
it's an
chance
Aussie
to
accent.
pipes here.
I can tell by the way she says now.
Must be engineering running weapon tests. Sorry about that. Breaking your door down.
Yeah. So yeah. Rimbilitant, for those of you guys who are unfamiliar with Ark Knights, Ark Knights characters, like the Ark Knights world is based off of obviously real life regions. This character is part of the faction known as Rimbilitant, if that's how I pronounce it, and they're basically the Aussies of the Ark Knights world, hence the Aussie accent. Typhon has a Finnish? No, she's Swedish.
Close your eyes. Don't rush to open them. They may feel slightly hot. That's normal. Shh. Stay calm. I crushed some herbs to help your eyes relax. You must have been staring at some dangerous thing. I do that a lot. Trust me.
How are the Ark rolls? You gonna go homeless now? Not for now. But good luck with your rolls. Thanks. And welcome to the stream. I'm actually gonna wrap up the stream here real quick, cause I'm actually done with my my Ark rolls now. They went worse than I wanted them to, but I'm just glad they're done. So, oh well, I'll deal with the fallout later. But yeah, Typhon is Swedish, not Finnish. At least I'm pretty sure she's Swedish. I'm not a Scandinavian linguistics expert, so maybe I'm wrong. I think I read that she is supposed to be Swedish, not Finnish. By the yelling, you can tell Pocket got something. Yeah, she probably got another copy of Ark. No, she's Latino or she's Latina. It's funny you mentioned that because we actually do have I think she's supposed to have a Mexican accent, a Mexican Spanish accent. Where is she? Where's Caper? Do I have her leveled up yet? Where's Caper? Fuck. I gotta go find I have to find Caper now. Do I have her leveled? Maybe I have her leveled at like... No, these are all the E2 level 1s. Where the fuck is Caper? Did I pass her? I think I did. She's fucking around here somewhere. Almond, Insider, Lido. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, I haven't leveled her up at all.
Oh, muchas gracias, Doc. Why am I thanking you? Because you just signed my paid leave application.
Fucking gremlin. Doesn't Hummus also have like a Hispanic accent? Maybe. I haven't checked. Not on him.
I used to be a troublemaker for hire. People pay for my epic pranks.
Mexican Kusagaki. They're not wrong.
True Bolivar. I don't care who I work for. Sometimes I even work both sides. I take care of one chop on my way to one
the fucking subtitles even say ja 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 ja.
Estuvo chingón.
How accurate. Any British VAs? Yeah, plenty. The British characters they come from, well, Britain is basically known as Victoria in this game, obviously. Well, duh. And yeah, we naturally have quite a few Victorian characters. Well, Bagpipe is Scottish. I mean, could you tell by her name? And we were all the EN players were all anticipating Bagpipe because we've known she's very blatantly Scottish, and even before she got her English voice. It was just a matter of whether or not Hypergriff could like nail her actual Scottish accent well, and well.
Assistant, the one where you just stand next to folk eye. Nae bother, saw that plenty in the army myself. Wait. I have to do paperwork too, and assess combat data, and compile reports. That sounds mighty hectic.
And we are happy to report that Hypergriff has passed the Scottish vibe test. Is Bagpipe good at stabbing? Yes, her weapon is a fucking pile driver, I think, or a pile bunker, whichever one of those two she uses. Not Scottish enough. I can understand here. Well, it kind of helps that you got subtitles down here. I think she's got a couple lines down here where some of her lines, like, legit, you cannot hear, you don't understand what she's saying if you're not native Scottish. Because she does talk fast enough. Most of her lines are understandable. Some of her lines do gut into the whole, like, you can't fucking understand her territory, but our token Scottish character of the game, and, you know, her English voice acting, passes. As for, like, standard British, well, Horn is probably my favorite Victorian character, so I can show her off.
I'll sort out your battlefield reports for you. My officialese isn't too shabby. I'll stand guard during your rest hours. Anything else required? I'd prefer you don't keep me idle.
There's Bagpipe. How about Siege? Yeah, Siege has English voice acting. She also speaks with the British accent. That's not British, the shit that I just used. Where is she? Normally I keep her on on Japanese because, to nobody's surprise, she's voiced by Saber. Because, you know, the parallels are obvious. But if you want to listen to her on English, then yes.
You're still not done assigning tasks? I'll wait a bit longer then. Keep calm and carry on. You fell asleep. I wonder if you ever dream of your hometown too.
So yeah, they did make sure to give all the Victorian characters their proper British accents. Speaking of I was gonna say speaking of Hispanic accents, but like this character Irene is meant to be. Let me switch her over to her Ian voice. She's meant to be an actual Spanish character, not like not from Latin America, like from Spain. Because she's from the Iberian Peninsula. Well, they call Spain Iberia, or they call the, you know, Iberian Peninsula literally Iberia. So it's like, oh, I wonder what they're referring to.
All my tasks must relate to the sea or Iberia.
Huh? You have too much work? Okay. I'll make some time to help you out.
Nobody expects a Spanish Inquisition. In the Ark Knights universe, it would be the Iberian Inquisition. Sounds French. Speaking of French characters, I actually don't know if there are any proper French characters in the Ark Knights universe. Like if there were a character that got English voice acting with a French accent, I would have probably known. I don't think we have any French accented characters yet. Too slow for Spanish native. True. But to be fair, we don't have like actual proper Spanish voice acting. It's just English. It's just English with a Spanish accent. France got destroyed in Ark Knights? Wow. The French got fucked, huh? We're gonna have Doc from R6 from the Rainbow Six Siege collab. Does that count? I guess. I mean, French is French, even if you're from a different universe. Gaul Empire, yeah, because you know, France's historic name is Gaul or whatever. So yeah, if Gaul is like fucking gone, then yeah. Yippee!
Apropos, wer war dein vorheriger Assistent? Ich will ja nicht rumschnüffeln, aber meine Fähigkeiten beschränken sich auf den friedlichen Diskurs zur Poesie.
Congrats on NP6. Thanks, man. It took a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but yeah, we're here now. Oh, actually, yeah. Now that I'm on Viviana. Yeah, this game has German voice acting for some of the characters, for the German characters at least. It's not full. It's not a full German dub, like across the entire game, but they're German-specific characters, like Viviana, Ebenholz. Who was the 5-star defender? Cherney, I think. Yeah, and whoever else happens to be German. Yeah, they all have German voice acting. Even for Viviana, yeah, actually for all of them, even their English voice acting is accented with the is German accented as well. Where the fuck was Viviana? Did I pass? Oh yeah, these are where all the guards are. Yeah, there she is. And I believe, yeah, for English and German, it's the same VA because she speaks both. So it's literally just, oh, switch over to EN. It's the same. It's the same VA. She's just speaking English now.
May I ask who was your previous assistant? No, I'm not snooping or anything. It's just, there's not much I can do for you here, besides offer my quiet thoughts on the occasional poem.
Lessing and baseline, then yeah, there you go. Also has some Italian and Russian, yes sir. Russian and Italian. Technically with Molinar, we also have some Polish. Some. A little bit.
Just another rainfall.
Though I have heard that his Polish is not perfect, but I mean, we appreciate the effort at least. What was his Polish line again? Was it a battle line?
It will be over before you feel the pain. Face the tide. The sunlight will have to wait, even if there is but a sigh at the very end. The sound of the wind in the... It would seem they have yet to remember what to feel. Do I need all those? It will be over before...
I know Molinar speaks a little bit of Polish. Oh yeah, his idol line. Yeah. The VA is British, the accent's not perfect. Yeah, yeah. But hey, I mean, I appreciate the effort. I mean, for a stupid American like me, I'm not gonna know the difference. So, is Degen German or Polish? That I actually don't know. I want to say she's German, but I can't. I don't know. I don't know for sure. Cause let's see. She has the standard 4 languages. No like German or no. Well, I mean, technically there's no Polish voice acting, but she doesn't have a dedicated German dub either.
There are some matters I could help you with, but make no mistake, I am not a go-between for you and Enciotis.
Did the NP6? Yeah, sneaking or sneaking. We did NP6. Cost me $400, but. He did well for Polish, yeah. I mean, again, for someone like me who doesn't know any better, yeah, it sounds good. So. Oh, in case you guys want to hear what Russian sounds like, but very ayaya. Oh shit, I didn't set her on Russian yet.
Доктор, кушать хотите? У вас в животе бурчит так, что за милю слышно, будто гроза на улице.
Ayaya, ayaya. I wonder if there is a Russian equivalent of the ayaya meme. There might be. There's a lot of Russian weebs out there. Degen spent most of her time outside of Ark Knights Germany, so her accent is very light. Okay, gotcha. Only Molinar speaks Polish. Maybe the other Neurals do too. I think only Molinar has an actual accent, or he was given an actual accent, because the other Neurals don't have accents. I don't think. At least not when they speak English. Like for example, let me check. Hey, Iwan, thanks so much for the 28-month resub, man. Welcome back. You don't trust her with that pan. If you ever meet her in the streets of PUBG, run in the opposite direction as fast as you can.
I'm gladdened to be by your side once again, Doctor. Yes, may the light be with you as always.
Yeah, she speaks with a regular American accent, or standard English accent, I guess. Maybe her idol, she speaks Polish?
Tiredness has not called on me yet. May you first rest.
No, not really. Unless there's a like a line that NTRK speaks in Polish, or NTRK's English voice actress speaks in Polish. But I don't think Neural has an. It doesn't seem like Neural has an accent. What about Wishlash, or whatever her name is? Not you. You. What about you? You don't even have a fucking English voice VA yet. Okay, well, fuck that then. I think the last Neural we have to take a look at is Blemishine. Yeah. Does she have an English VA yet? No, not even. All right. She came out too early. The Neurals got their EN voices very early. I mean, it seems like only Neural proper. Yeah, Neural, NTRK and regular Neural, 5-star Defender Neural got their English VAs, yeah. Got their English dubs before they started doing the regional stuff. Of course, for Wishlash and Blemishine, they haven't gotten their EN dubs yet, so. Wishlash forgotten. Sag. And then we have the Italians. Actually, I think I prefer where is she? I prefer Texas's Italian.
Ti proteggerò io, Doc. Non si tratta solo della missione. Ogni nostra riunione è un momento di cui fare tesoro.
You got Salich or whatever her name is instead of the new bunny girl. Is she good? Salich? Yeah, she's a essentially she's a 6-star Myrtle, with a few more options. There are a few strats out there where you take if you need like a lot of DP at once in like the first opening like what minute of the game, you can run both Myrtle and who is it? Myrtle and Salich. Mudrock English Voice 1? That's a good question. I don't know. Hopefully soon. Or the sooner the better. Where Typhon skin, don't have it yet because I haven't really been grinding integrated strategies much. Hopefully sooner rather than later because yeah, I do want to get that skin for Typhon considering, you know, I fucking love Typhon. You actually like Penance in English more? Really? Interesting. Also, Penance's holiday skin is fucking goated. Might I add. Oh, Allegra Clark. Yeah. Yeah, I know Allegra Clark. Yeah, it makes perfect sense because they who was it? Capcom hired her to voice Marissa in Street Fighter 6. So this makes perfect sense.
Like there was any conviction or meaning in my work. Rather than sit through show trial after show trial, I prefer to wade through these thorny, complicated files.
Actually, now that you pointed that out, I'm gonna keep Penance on English voice acting now. Just because I know who the VA is. And I'm quite familiar with her work in another game. Any male, Yeah, she also voices Akron, obviously. Oh, does she voice Dorothy in Nikke? Or is it another Dorothea? Or is that another character? Is there a Hungarian character? Not that I know of, no. No Hungarians here just yet. As for a male Russian voice, yes, we do have one.
Погасить пламя войны можно лишь ценой долгих страданий. А чтобы разжечь его, хватит и одного заблуждения.
Yeah, I heard Typhon got a swimsuit skin in CN, so yeah. Waiting for that to show up on EN. Or show up on Global.
Падение Чернобога Дорого обошлось Азазель. Нашей клинике. Я должен отстроить ее ради детей. Пока у них есть место, которое можно назвать домом, и это сойдет. Помогать семье повод не нужен.
Sounds nice, yeah. Yeah, I like it. He's cool. Whole Heox, Ian voice is good, yeah. Yeah. They basically got the same JP. I don't know about the Chinese and Korean, but JP and Ian, they got the same voices that did Raiden and Genshin. So Sawashiro Miyuki and then Ann Yatko, if that's how I pronounce her last name.
Here, 2 Minoan mists, freshly brewed. I'll have to behave myself, Doctor, since I'm your assistant now. The next time you choke on my strangling tail after getting me mad, I'll make sure you can at least find some solace in my feathers.
So like, basically, after hearing Hoho Heok's voice acting, I'm pretty convinced that whoever the voice director for Ark Knights was, when they were deciding on how they wanted Ann Yatko and Sawashiro Miyuki to voice Hoho Heok, they were like basically imagine Raiden, but sexy sounding and slightly sadistic. So it's like, yeah, basically imagine Raiden talking to you seductively and slightly sadistically, and this is what you get.
Immoral scientist, disloyal mercenary, double-crossing spy. Yes, that's all me. Rules are what bar you from working to your full efficiency, darling, and you must learn to break them. That being said, I'm sure you have more to share with me for what little time we have alone together, other than the rules of Rhodes Island, I suppose.
And then obviously her JP sounds very similar to, or it's the same vibe pretty much.
はい。ミノスミストを2杯どうぞ。出来たてよ。ドクター、あなたの助手をするからには、私も言動に気をつけておくわ。次にあなたが私を怒らせて、尻尾で首を絞められちゃった時は、この羽で慰めてあげるから。
There's enough content from the dubs to make a tier list video. Keck. Actually, does Virtuosa have an accent?
What kind of ambiance do you prefer when you're working?
No accent.
Of course,
Or,
my music.
I
can't
suppose if you're not
directly
American,
alleviate
she's got
the
an
busy
American
state
accent.
You're in. But I'd feel terrible if it couldn't make you more comfortable. Or content.
Everyone's favorite innocent criminal. Keck. I think that's about it. Where is Ray?
That's not danger I can cope with yet.
Oh, I gotta go grind for those materials now. Virtuosa did nothing wrong. A recent one, Tsukinogi has a Japanese accent. Really? That's actually very interesting. Because that's actually really fucking rare. That might be the first time I've heard a character voiced in English and be given a Japanese accent. Let me look up Tsukinogi and fucking hear that shit. She's a supporter, I believe. Just around her somewhere. Yeah, right here. Yeah, even her English VA is Japanese, it seems. Or at least she has a Japanese name.
Why not sneak a little break?
Breaks are good for your health. Of course that's true. Aren't you glad?
Yeah, she's got a slight accent. Yeah, when she said the last part, when she said "Aren't you glad?" it had a bit of a Japanese accent towards the there. Very slight, but you can hear it, I think.
Those who chase catastrophes are called yakumeguri, or as they say here, catastrophe messengers. The job is bitter and tiring, and we are often ridiculed by ordinary civilians and bureaucrats alike. Will my lot improve as an operator? No? Such is life.
Too bad she isn't good in gameplay. Well, it's also, well, good thing that this game lets you take 12 operators. So you can take her if you like. It's not like you need 12 absolutely broken operators to clear a stage. You just need enough, you know? Do I care if Ho-Ho Hayek is kind of a shitty fucking caster? No, I'm still gonna use her anyway. Guess what? Behind her, I got Golden Glow S3 and Aya fucking throwing firebombs at people. I don't give a fuck, dude. And neither should you. Use who you want. But that's really cool, actually. Thanks for pointing that out, Hannah. I didn't realize Tsukinogi has a legit Japanese accent because her English VA is half Japanese. Very cool. Maybe I'll keep her on English. Also, Neftice, thanks so much for the 28-month resub, man. Welcome back. Glad you're doing well. I'm not, but thanks for the kind words. Came back for Annie, staying for the vibes. It's been too long. Hey, thanks, man. Glad you've you're hanging out a little bit. Unfortunately, I do have to end the stream here. Yeah, everybody's starting to filter out anyway, so I'm gonna end the stream here, and maybe we'll come back to if I can't get Archetype Earth to level 120 on my own, then I'll do a stream where I grind for more XP, and get her to 120 on stream or something. So, yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head out now. I send you guys over to Pocket Stream so we can watch her get the rest of her Archetype Earth rolls. That's still why you use Siege instead of Bag. Brutal combo. Hey man, you're a stronger man than I. I consider myself to be more of a Siege loyalist than most of the rest of the community. But yeah, eventually I stopped using Siege after a while. So I am no better a man. But yeah, more power to you. Anyways, thanks so much everybody for hanging out. Appreciate you guys hanging out or showing up to watch the rest of my salt rolls. And I mean, they were bad, yeah, but at least they're done now. So I guess I'll tally up the final count for my NP6 rolls and let you guys know later, I suppose. If NP6 weren't a thing, they would have been a lot less fucking painful. But here we are. So yeah. Thanks everybody. I'm gonna send you guys over to Pocket Chalk stream now. I'm sure she's doing her Ark rolls right now. So yeah, go tell her I said what's up and enjoy her salt now that you've enjoyed mine. So yeah, see you guys next time, boys. And if again, like I said earlier, if I can't get Archetype Earth to 120 on my own, just off stream, I'll do because I like run out of XP or something. We'll do a grind stream later, like tomorrow or later this week, whenever I have the time. So yeah, thanks for having me out, everybody. We'll catch you next time. Peace.